Goes here at the Junction Oval. Play underway now. Trying to get it through the middle of the ground, but just a rugby scrum, and we'll have a secondary bounce in the opening seconds of this game. 10 seconds gone. So we have a secondary restart here. Rux went at it there. Getting it out there was Jack Hurley for the VAFA side, but once again, just wrapped up in a tackle there was Charlie Dillon. And of a third bounce within the opening 25 seconds of this clash. Hurley in the ruck once more for the VAFA, trying to do the clearance work himself. Now the countryside try to bustle his way through and have had 4 ball ups in the space of 30 seconds. So a tight and rather pressurised opening here in this first clash at Junction Oval.
Restarted play, as Damien said. Now the country VCFL try and take the ball away. Can't do so on medication. Lee, he overran the football. He's on the bottom of the pack. And he's going to get a free kick for above the shoulder. So Dale Lee will get the first proper possession of the match. The kicking to the city end in the first quarter. Chips up towards centre half forward. Punched away by the amateur defenders. Comes to ground and taken away was Mangoni. Mangoni goes out there to Dillon. Dillon on the right foot up to the half forward line. Leading out in the race for the ball but not taking it was Dillon on that occasion that came to ground. Getting the quick handball away was Matheson. Matheson got the ball back there and kicking on his left foot up to the full forward line was Kennedy. He put it right up deep into the goal square, ducking back and working hard. Miller for the Victorian country, and he got it through for 1- score. To the VAFA, we've gone a minute and a half in the first quarter and the VAFA lead 1-0.
So 1-0 on the Bayford scoreboard here. We've gone a minute in. Ball now as Lee drops the mark he should have taken. Recovered now, got the handball away, but to no one in particular. The country, though, have the numbers. They get on the wing side. They're picked up here by Gabe Hamilton now. He was dispossessed. Trying to come through that time there was Westaway. He was dispossessed as well. Pressure football on the outer side wing. Kick smothered off the boot. Now Vic Country, they try to get it towards half forward in the hands here of Greg Hay. He's tackled as soon as he got it. Lee came in for the tackle as well. We'll have a ball up. Just left wing here. Bit forward to centre here for Vic Country. They lead 1 behind, 1 point. VAFA yet to score. That's on the Bayford scoreboard. This first quarter brought to you by Sky High Mount Daniel on 96.5 Inter FM football.
Lee got the kick away for Vic Country up towards the half forward line, but charging through, doing a good job there was Ward for the VAFA. Handballs ended up with Chris Mangoni, his second position up to the half forward line. Leading out was Kennedy for the VAFA over the line out of bounds. Dave O'Neill, seen anything early?
Yes, Dale Lee, he's already had quite a few posies, and they said he was one of their good-arm ballers, and he certainly started that way. So
from Myrtleford in the Ovens and Murray League, Dale Lee's with
on
the
the
long
boundary
hair.
line, guys. You'd be happy, John. No changes yet in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, tremendous. Although someone looming ominously up towards the line, though,
John,
Andrew.
you were going to do that count, weren't you, of how long it actually takes to
someone
to get tired?
I haven't set the stopwatch today, but perhaps I should. It was more at the home and away season. We'll start outing people.
Big punch away on this occasion. Ends up with the man we've spoken about in Lees. Getting his third possession. Drives it long. Up to the half forward line. Big man at the back there was Hargraves. He got around on the left foot and tried to handball it, but it only went as far as Fisher for the VAFA. Now the man run down on the outer wing. Was it holding the ball? Yes, it was. And the resultant free kick will go to the Victorian Country Football.
There was
League.
once a time when that would have been it spilt out in the yard of disposal. Yes.
And he's kicked it out in the full.
Just straight holding the ball there. Very nervous start from both teams. I think people a little bit unsure when they're at the ball.
So Vic Country yet to get it inside their attacking area as Manjoni has the ball for VAFA at half back. Just chips it over the top now. Josh Ward's all on his own on the outer side wing. He takes the mark. VAFA in control of general play at the moment. They lead by a point as Ward sends a spearing kick. Lovely mark there taken by Jack Hurley now in the middle of the ground. He plays on quickly, goes with a long kick towards full forward. 1-on-1 contest here. Country win out, but at the fall of the ball there, Charlie Dillon trying to pick it up. He was tackled as soon as he got it there. Players just dive on top of the football. In there was Westaway, wrapped up. Ball going nowhere. We'll have a ball up about 35 metres out from the VAFA goal. So from the restart, Rux went at it, getting the tap down there was Keegan Stewart. Defensive kick away there by Country, but it's all blue jumpers here with the white big V. Handball back here to Ryan Eade. He get the handball over the top here to his teammate in Gaff. Chain of handballs now ends up in the fall of the ball with Charlie Haley. He kicks the full forward. Lovely mark taken at the top of the goal square by the VAFA. And they got the first attempt to get a major on the scoreboard here through Jordan Clark of Old Scotch.
John, you called Jordan Clark last week playing for Scotch. He's pretty impressive. Oh no, you didn't. You weren't there.
No, I wasn't there.
Ken, you saw him.
But I have seen him play. What did you reckon, Ken?
So Jordan Clark now, tight angle, but as easy as you like, just pops it over the goal umpire's head. And he gets the first on the board for today's game. The VAFA go to 1-1-7. Vic Country yet to score. And we travelled 5.5 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Skyhound Mount Daniel on 96.5 in FM football.
Very accurate summation. He did just pop it over the umpire's head. He kicked it very low. It was only about a 20 metre kick, I reckon, just over the top. But good start from the amateurs up forward. You know, the forwards looking dangerous. So, and moved it quite well through the field.
Hurley in the ruck contest for the amateurs. Tried to get the ball down. No one really got the clear takeaway. Kennedy, quick handball. Went over the top out there looking for Brune, who's taken the ball and got it up to the half-forward line. Now on the overlap, running kick by, on that occasion, Hay, right up to the half-forward line for the Vic Country. Bottom of the pack, no one can take it. The amateurs have got the ball, and the VAFA go to the members' wing of the Junction over, and the mark's been taken out here by Tom Buckley. The Beau Morris boy got the handball away there to Dylan. Dylan got the quick handball, and up went Eade up to the half-forward line. Matheson in front. Ball came to Charlie Haley. Pocket rocket Dynamo. Wrapped up in a tackle. The amateurs still got the football back to Matheson. Matheson went up to the full forward line. In front, Vic Country have numbers. One of them's Tom Gribble, ducking back. Got the handball away on that occasion to Jackson. Jackson got the handball away. A free kick's been paid for above the shoulder. And it'll go the way of the VAFA, and it'll go the way of Michael Barnes, who's got the ball. Barnes gets the handball to Haley. Haley goes very long, right up to the top of the goal square. And the easiest of marks right on the goal line. I think it's Jack Hurley who's ducked down there to take the mark.
Ammos are actually all over them at the moment. The forwards are looking dangerous, and really the Country haven't had a really deep forward entries yet.
Damien, it was Keegan Stewart who went down there and took the mark and put through the second goal on the board for the Ammos. Vic Country, what can they do, Dave?
Oh, they're not winning the ball. They're not winning the ball out of the middle, that's for sure. And they've got Christopher Down in the ruck, who's 201 centimetres, but he's not getting his first hand on it at the minute.
He's a big lad. So
two unopposed marks in the goal scored by VAFA resulted in 2 goals. They lead 2-1-13. Vic Country yet to score on the Bayford scoreboard. In the centre of the ground again, VAFA get the extended clearance. Leading in the race here was Thomas Buckley. Couldn't quite run onto the loose football. Now he does. Kick around the body, smothered. Kick around the body now by Sean Kennedy. High up and under kick. It's gone out of bounds in the full. So free kick going the way of Vic Country will be taken by Jake Paul Pratt. We've travelled 7.5 minutes in this opening term. VAFA lead 2-1-13. Vic Country yet to score. That's in the Bayford scoreboard. Kick out from the kick out here is Sam Martin now. Chips along here. He finds his teammate in Tom Miller on the half-back line. Vic Country done this well. They're yet to have a forward foray here as the captain Hamish Morecambe now runs to the middle of the ground. They're doing this well here, Vic Country. Kick inside the full forward area. Coming through from the side, though, with a lovely defensive mark was Ryan Eade for the University Blues, and he can relieve a bit of the pressure. He goes to the broadcast side ring. James Gaff was punched away from the mark, couldn't quite get it. Ball goes to the ground. Players dive on top and all they ball up in front of our commentary position.
And that was one of the first times I've actually seen Vic Country move the ball with speed, so positive sign there.
So Hurley went up in the ruck. He was out ruck that time there, but high up and under kick ends up with Josh Ward at right half back for VAFA. Ward now has it, just stops and props, goes back into defensive 50. So just trying to keep possession off it. The opening goal kicker that time, Jordan Clark, in the back line at the moment. So VAFA lead by 13 points. They've brought it to the outer side of the ground. Ball in the hand of Joseph Fisher now at left half back. He got it to the running Clark now, who's gone to half back. He's off and running now. He tries to take on one, takes a bounce there, had to go backwards. He's taken on a few, kicks inboard to Ryan Eade now. He takes the mark. They're just doing this run and handball, playing on quickly VAFA, but they've run themselves in a bit of trouble holding the ball. Free kick going the way of Vic Country.
So the Country will drive the ball forward up to the half forward line. 2-on-1. Oh, what a mark! Absolutely magnificent mark by the skipper in Morecambe. Swings around on the right foot, kicks it right up to the top of the square. But working back to VAFA defence in 1 score. Do you know anything about him, Dave?
He's a Golden Square boys. I think he's already played in 3 premierships, senior premierships at that age. So it's a pretty amazing ability, and that certainly showed he's a gutsy player.
Some sort of Nick Rewalt mark at the SCG, wouldn't it? Running the other way.
So for the kick out, VAFA, they come to the broadcast side of the wing. Trying to take the mark that time there was Charlie Haley. He couldn't quite get it. Vic Country now, they've started to get into the game a bit. They're yet to kick a major. They trail by 12 points. though. Ball in the hands of the VAFA players at half-back. Just players diving in everywhere. They're pretty desperate early stages. Now Gabe Hamilton, he'll receive a free kick for over the shoulder. And he'll take it at right half-back here for the VAFA.
Rolling up to the line down at the interchange bench now, Andrew.
So Hamilton now, kick poor. It's chopped off there by Marcus Jackson. He's from Finley. Jackson now will just lob it inside the forward 50. Great kick, lovely weighted pass. And it's a mark taken 45 minutes out by Joshua Porter, originally from Rangarata, Josh Porter.
They definitely have just gained some composure in the last 4 or 5 minutes, the country, and have moved the ball in nicely. I think, you know, they've made quicker decisions in the middle of the ground and kicked it off effectively to each other, retained possession, and have moved forward a lot more dangerously.
Now, of course, in the last few years, these two teams have played. The Vic Country boys have got the better of the VFA under-19, so it's now they want to be getting going early, though.
So Josh Porter, kick, dies on his trajectory, doesn't even make the distance, punched away, but at the fall of the goal square here, it was Sam Martin who snagged the first goal of the game for Vic Country. They're on the scoreboard, 1-1-7 now. They travel the VAFA by a goal, 2-1-13 on the Bayford scoreboard. We've travelled 11 minutes in this opening term.
Well, there is something to be said for the wild card ball in, the one that doesn't spin right and doesn't bounce where everyone expects it to. It's a very difficult ball to defend.
Yeah, Sam Martin, of course, is one of the boys from Benalla, and now it's actually their senior coach decided he'd leave himself out of the Vic 1 team because he already had 3 boys playing today, so they couldn't really leave the side 4 players short back in the Golden Valley League. So
Jake Paul Prince, one of the other ones, isn't he?
Interesting to note here, Crooksy, that the centre square is lopsided this way.
And it's much better, John, that it's on our side of the ground and not the other side.
There's a hell of a lot of wing on that other side of the ground, but it is just to protect the pitches from the wear and tear of the footy season.
The Cricket Victoria's home here at the Junction Oval now. No one can take clear takeaway at the moment. I think we're going to get a ball up. Lee's in hard. Now the VAFA will end up with the football, and it'll end up with Gaff. Gaff ducks back one, gets the handball to Haley. Started on the bench, ducked his head. Umpire said play on. He was wrapped up by Lees. Went back to Gaff for the VAFA, up to the half-forward line. It was Paul Pratt who ducked back there for the VCFL. Quick transference of players ended up there with Taylor for the VAFA, and the ball now comes out to centre wing, and the mark's taken by Morris. Morris for the country, goes in towards Dale Lees, who takes the mark, runs it wide up towards the half-forward line. The country still have the football. Have ended up again with Lees at half-forward, but he had to run into a tackle. He held onto the ball. He got the quick handball away. Now deep up towards half-forward, but ducking back and taking a good strong mark was Eade for the VAFA.
So Eade now finds a loose player, and half-back is Michael Barnes. Barnes plays on, spears a kick along the broadcast side wing. In possession of the football now, Ryan Eade once more. He's run on, kick towards half-forward, but there's all white jumpers here, and the Victorian country players have the possession of the football. So kick off half-back there by Connor Hargraves. He got it back to Lee. He's been busy in this opening term, distinct dreadlocked hairstyle. So Vic Country now, they can rebound off half-back. They go back to where it came from in Connor Hargraves. He's under a bit of pressure, but he's got teammate in support there in Jackson. He can find him, but he doesn't need him as he takes a couple of bounces on the broadcast wing. He spears in a lovely kick. Too high there for Andrew Dean. But over the back here is Dan McEwen, who can go to half forward. Lovely spearing pass. And he finds his first goal. He finds Josh Porter now. Porter kicks inside the goal square. Around the body, it was actually Morris who picked it up off the ground, but he was offline for one behind. So VCFL will go to 1-2-8 in behind here by 5 points against the VAFA. 13.5 minutes gone in this opening term.
Great first quarter of football. Mark taken on this occasion by Barnes, just between fullback and centre half back. They're kicking to the southern or St Kilda end, and Barnes drives the ball straight down the middle of the ground with a VAFA take football and kick it long. Up towards centre half forward, punched away by the VCFL defence, comes to ground. Bruin in hard. Ball came towards Gaff now for the VAFA. Was he tackled high? No, said the umpire. Play on. Dale Lee's in everything. Dave, he's from, where we say, Myrtlefield, the Evans and Murray.
We've just seen Hamish Morgan go back with the flight and put that big fist on. That's twice in this game already. He's shown his courage, so.
And that's probably why he's been named skipper of the VCFL here today. Wrapped up in a tackle, but getting handball away was Morris, who kicked a point a moment ago for the countryside. Still no one can take clear possession. Was there a high tackle? No, said the umpire. Mangoni's now got it for the VAFA. He goes out wide, looking out there for Petering. Petering leading out in the race for the ball. Gets onto the left foot. Does very well. Puts it right up to the hot spot at the top of the goal square. Vic Country have numbers. It's in the back, no doubt about that. and the free kick will go to the Vic Country defender back there.
Cooksy, it's like the country boys have just flicked on a switch and have all of a sudden got rid of their tentativeness, are going in hard, really putting some heat onto the amateur boys, and it'll be interesting to see how the amateurs respond back.
And unfortunately on that occasion they've turned it over and Callum Matheson has ended up with the football. Now how long are these marks, Andrew, out from goal? Are they 50?
Yeah.
So he'll kick from right on 50 metres. Quite a tight angle, deep in the forward pocket. Callum Matheson, this to put the VAFA's third goal on the board.
Lovely kick.
It's got the accuracy, just hasn't got the carry, and it's rushed through for 1 minor score. No video required. 2-2-14 the VAFA, 1-2-8 VCFL.
A lovely kick from just didn't quite
Beautiful,
go the
wasn't
journey. Yeah, straight the whole way.
So long kick out, beautiful kick out there by Vic Country, trying to come through the ball. That time there was Josh Broon, couldn't quite get it. Now the VAFA have another chance to get inside, attacking 50. Nicholas Petering from the boundary, centering kick. Lovely defensive mark once more by Vic Country. So they're stymieing the attack after attack at the moment. Connor Hargraves in the last line of defence, running on now on the half-back line. Sam Martin, he takes a bounce, kicks, but kicking accurately, and it's chopped off here by the VAFA.
Taylor.
So Taylor with the football now. Jordan Clark calling for it in the middle of the ground. He elects to go further afield. He goes in the direction here of Jordan Pomeroy. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ball spills out. Now Vic Country can clear it, and it's Lee Dale who takes the mark at half back.
So Dale Lee had leather poisoning in the first quarter. Kicks it long, up towards centre wing. Punched away there by the VAFA. Ended up with Ward. On the overlap, they got the handball away to Ryan Eade. He's been pretty good. He got a handball away and kicked across the body by Haley right up to the full forward line. Doing well was Kennedy. He got around one. He kicked it. The ball bounces up towards goal, but just misses to the left. 1 minor score. 2-3-15 the VAFA. 1-2-8 the VCFL.
Yeah, of course, boys, I've heard referred to as the VCFL a couple of times, but it's actually AFL Victoria Country, which I know is getting a long time.
It's getting very long.
It is getting long, so if we just go with the Vic Country boys, but it's the work safe AFL
It is an
Country.
absurdity and a blight in the game. As bang, it's a goal.
Clark from the kick out.
Why is it a blight on the game?
These names.
It's been rebranded this year, though.
It has, it is. After the review into country football last year, it's now called AFL Victoria Country, and AFL Victoria and AFL Victoria Country have merged. So,
what do you think we should call them?
if we just go with Vic Country, are we happy?
Country, okay.
I'm
We've
fine.
got Andrew down here. You got anything to say about this ridiculous matter?
Changes coming thick and fast now,
There goes
guys.
the coach down there.
Josh Taylor from the VAFA from St Kim's just came off absolutely spent, just sat on his haunches throughout 2 minutes, just regaining breath and taking in a lot of water on both sides, ringing the changes regularly.
So in that heated debate over the Vic Country's name, Jordan Clark snagged the VAFA second, and they lead now by 13 points.
AFL Victoria.
So trying to kick the ball there was Charlie Haley. He slipped over as soon as he got it. Ball half forward, handballed over the top here by Jordan Pomeroy. But Vic Country now, they can relieve the pressure, but only as far as the middle of the ground.
Grant Williams got anything to do with that?
He certainly does.
Well, we'll bring him in the box. We'll work him over later in the day.
So Clark came sliding through. Ball falls in the hand of Thomas. Buckley went right, then another. Clark now picked it up off the ground. He got the handball to Ryan Eade. He was dispossessed. Vic Country now here through Dan McEwen with the handball over the top. Just in and under stuff in the middle of the ground here at Junction Oval. But Vic Country come away with the football. They go towards half forward. Leading in the race here this time was their full forward in Joshua Porter. He picked up the ball, tried to get it dispossessed now. Country have the numbers in the hands here of Charlie Haley. Hard up against the boundary line. Got the quick handball over the top. 1-2 now. Haley gets the kick away towards half forward, but all white jerseys here. And Dan McEwen takes the mark and handball to Lee Dale.
So Lee, it was, he kicked the ball up towards the half forward line. No one can take clear possession. Punch away. And
Fair enough. I would have paid that too.
the free kick would go the way
Second bite of the cherry there,
of Vic
Cooksy.
Country. Of the amateurs, and now the ball came back there to Lee. Lee got the ball away, was smothered, went back to Eade. Now the amateurs try and get forward. Good smothering on this occasion once again by Vic Country. Quick handball. No one can take it. Ward got the handball away there to Matheson. Matheson went looking and finding on that occasion Buckley. It's ended up now with Cavallaro, and Cavallaro's kicked the ball long, and it bounces away and through for 1 point. Point of clarification, it's Dale Lee.
It is Dale Lee.
Yeah,
Dale Lee,
I think in the record,
Lee Dale.
it's got it as Lee Dale. But that's what happens
As
if
long
you
as it's
have
not
two
Darryl.
Christian names as a surname. You can always get
Oh,
confused.
no, hang on, Lee Dale.
One
Lee
more.
Dale, I think you're right.
Oh, Lee Dale.
Lee Dale, I think we've
Okay. Well, we've been.
we probably should get it right. He's going to have a.
He's
He's
had a
going to
lot of
finish with
football.
45
He's had a
possessions.
lot of
So.
football.
That's,
He's
of
going
course,
to have enough. He's got enough possessions for both names anyway.
the current Melbourne coach is, of course, Craig Neal.
Correct.
So from the throw in, Vic Country now through Jake Paul Pratt. You got no problems with that name here. He got it to that bloke there in Lee Dale. He was tackled as soon as he got it, but the VAFA now can reload and go back inside 50.
Oh,
All white jumpers around the place. Picking up the football now, the captain in Gabe Hamilton. He was tackled as soon as he got it. Tried to go one way, then the other. Player jump on top of the football. Didn't have prior possession to get rid of it, and will have a ball up just inside the 50 here for the VAFA. So Hurley now gets a tap down at the back of the pack.
Yep.
Hamilton now went one way then the other. He got the quick handball out, trying to urge the ball forward here, the VAFA now. But it's all white jumpers as Vic Country. They can rebound out of the back line. They come to the broadcast wing. Here is Hampton. He takes the mark.
Got a bit of
He's
toe.
an evasive player, Hampton. He's got a bit of toe. He does there, Johnny. He kicks towards half forward. Leading in the race here was Josh Fisher, but kicked off the ground. All VAFA now with the numbers. Oh, poor handball. Coming here was Porter. Has a bit of speed about him, but he misses to the left-hand side. And the Country go to 139. VAFA 3-3-21.
Just
That's the Bayford scoreboard.
So some of the amateur boys are playing probably the highest standard of footy they've ever played, and is it just a couple of them coming to grips with the pace of it?
Certainly much faster. For our listeners, the best on ground in the first 20 minutes, Dale Lee is now Lee Dale. So the ball comes up to the half-forward line. Taken away for Vic Country by Morris. He's already kicked a point. Kicks it towards the top of the goal square. Lonnie Hampton doing the roving. He's got some pace. Does very well, but he's pushed off the football. Coming through hard. End up handball with Clark, who's already kicked 2 goals. On to Cavallaro. Cavallaro strings through the wing. Up to the half-forward line. Half volley, not taken on this occasion by the Ammos, but holding in well was Stewart, who's already kicked a goal as well. Ball comes to ground. Jackson got the kick away for Vic Country. Ended up coming back to Stewart. Stewart got the handball to Taylor. Taylor kicked it underground up to the half-forward line. Across the body by Kennedy. It bounces, and it bounces to the left and 1- score. On to 3-4-22, the amateurs. Vic Country 1-3-9.
Attacked the ball beautifully. Bennett turned around, and unfortunately the snap was off.
So the Paul Pratt kick out finds Tom Miller now. Miller's being given a 25-metre penalty for an indiscretion across the mark.
And that'd be a bit of a new one for the Vic Country boys, because they certainly don't blow the 25-metre penalties out in the country leagues.
50.
50?
Yeah.
Just 50.
Right. Ground's a bit small around the suburbs, so it make a mockery of the game if we gave 50s away.
So Morris kicks long inside the attacking 50 here for Vic Country, but Fisher now off hands trying to get it back for the VAFA. Though finding here was Hogan Brick. Trying to get it out, but just like a rugby scrum, tackle after tackle.
But we also don't have a man who'll come out with a flag halfway through the last quarter and try and ruin the game, do we?
No.
Thank you.
Who would that be?
Last night.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was there too.
Likewise.
So the man with 2 Christian names, Lee Dale, kicks towards full forward. Now Hampton there was at the fall of the ball, but Fisher now for the VAFA. He just sees it over the safety of the boundary line. Will have a throw-in about 35 metres out from Country's goal. 1-3-9. They trailed the VAFA 3-4-22.
I reckon it's time they pull that 50-metre rule back anyway. I'll get onto that in a sec.
Okay, restart of play. Half-forward flank for Vic Country. Cavallaro, who's come onto the ground and done very well. Chain of handballs. The amateurs will clear right up to centre wing. Now Vic Country have all the numbers back, and on the handball it ends up there with the Vic Country who kick it up to the half-forward line, and the mark's been taken by Morris.
And that was Connor Hargraves, who's really started well across half-back, and if he wasn't down there, I think the Ammos boys would have piled a few more on.
Exactly, done a very good job there, number 12, Connor Hargraves, across half-back. So, Dave, the rules they're playing under today, is it because the amateurs are hosting that it's 25, if it was in the country it'd be 50?
I'm not too sure of that one, but I'm guessing we'll go with that. That sounds like a legitimate reason to me.
Sounds about right. Now 50 metres out. Already kicked a point, Morris. This time he's got under it. Will only make the top of the goal square. Up they go. Bottom of the pack. Numbers in there for the amateurs, and they'll see it over the line and out of bounds through Yates.
But very close to the man on the mark there, and he just went up and under.
That he probably had to get the carry, didn't he? 22 plays 9. We've gone 24 and a half minutes in the first quarter for the Sky High Restaurant of Mount Dandenong.
Nice breeze coming into the box there, Crooksy.
It's going to be very difficult to score to that city end from far out, as we've seen a couple of times in this opening term. Ball now in the hands of Greg Hay for Vic Country, but the VAFA, they clear it momentarily, but it goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in on centre wing, outer side of the ground, on the fat side of the ground, have called it, because the centre square here is a bit uneven. It's brought
Lopsided.
closer. It's lopsided, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a quick one, guys. Found out, just spoken to Benny Goodman, the General Manager umpiring of the VAFA. Jared Ryan,
Josh Taylor.
No, the reason it's 25 is just a mutual agreement between the two leagues, between the two bodies.
Thanks for the clarification.
Thank you,
down
Andrew.
there,
Voice
ground
of
level.
reason, thank you.
So, free kick now going Vic Country on the wing. Fat side of the ground here at Junction Oval, goes long inside the 50. Target here is
kick.
Hogan Brick. Lovely kick, he got a bit on it. Coming through now for Vic Country,
Oh,
around
great
the
goal.
body by Donnan, and he's dobbed it.
Touched off the boot. Touched off the boot. But great play for the country. A searching kick from the wing. Donnellan, was it?
Donnan.
hit
Trent Donnan.
hit the
Boomerang
pack hard,
themselves.
whacked it onto his...
That's a long way away.
That is a long, long way. That's up in the Mallee League.
Yeah. Big kick in from the
happened
amateurs,
there.
but not good enough on that occasion. The mark taken by Martin. Martin's already kicked a goal, the only goal for the country. Got it up to Hampton. Hampton wrapped up in a tackle. He got the handball away. Now, will the amateurs clear the VAFA? Quick handball ends up with Gaff.
Oh.
Gaff, great shepherding by Haley. Gaff ducks inside, raises the hands, gets the handball away there to Dylan. Dylan got the handball back, and it's ended up being kicked by Dylan up to the half-forward line, doing the roving at ground level. The Vic Country have football, but they've missed target. Handball went away there by Hargraves to Jackson, and it's quarter time. That was going to be my next question. How long are we playing 20-minute quarters plus time on, I'd imagine? First quarter went 26 minutes. And the Premier Beta Division 4 VAFA 3-1-19. Great start to the country. Here's Damien Tardio on 96.5.
So back in the middle of the ground to start the second term here for Vic Country. Dan McEwen got the tap down, but the Victorian Amateur Football Association now with the first attacking foray. Callum Matheson at the fall of the ball. Coming through now, Thomas Buckley. Can he pick up the clean ball? He can't. Now the Victorian Country team, they can rebound slightly and they can cause a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. So 25 seconds gone. It's the VAFA 3-4-22 leading Vic Country 1-4-10. Pretty entertaining opening here at the Junction Oval on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning football. String of handballs now for Vic Country through Connor Hargraves, who's been one of the best for the country in the opening term. He kicks long in the direction of Trent Donnan. Couldn't take the mark, but he laid a great tackle, caused the disposal error, and we've gone over the boundary line. We'll have another boundary thrown, this time on the broadcast side of Junction Oval.
Certainly an interesting haircut there by Trent Donnan.
Certainly. Now, question without notice, a lot of these guys have played senior football in the under-19s here.
A lot of them, nearly everyone there will be playing senior football at their home club. Obviously, it varies in the standard of the league, but yeah, all senior footballers.
Handball away, ends up now with the VAFA, and that's Mangoni. He's played senior football, kicks it long. Mark taken, ducking back, taking the mark, the big man in McEwen. So Dan McEwen's got the football, centre wing position from Sea Lake in the Mallee League. Kicks it long, up to the half-forward line. Amateurs have numbers back. Donnan, one of the other Mallee League players, dives on top of the football. And we'll get a restart of play 45 metres out. Where, John, I don't know if all the VAFA ones are regulars.
All but one, no, not regulars. I know the two guys from Blues have only played a couple of games each. So,
and then they go back to the under-19s.
I mean, most of the guys would have started under-19 footy this year and not be regular senior players.
And the difference there, Dave, would be a lot of the players in the country, I think under 16 might be as high as it goes.
It changes across the leagues. There's under 17s, under 18s, for example, in the Ballarat and Bendigo football league.
But in some of the smaller ones, they wouldn't have them.
Yeah,
would they?
definitely. So
Restart of play. Amateurs have football, kicked away by Dylan, right up to the boundary line, rolls over the boundary line and out of bounds in front of Haley, and we'll get a ball in. No change to the quarter time score. It's 22-10. We've gone 2.25 minutes. Second quarter brought to you by Winning Edge Presentations.
So the umpire heaves the ball back into play. Rucks go at it. The VAFA got the top down there here to Ryan Eade. He tried to go get it, but Dan McEwen now. He got it over the top here to Dylan Westaway from 55 metres out, speed and a kick there. Hogan Brick did well to try to take the mark. He dropped it at the crucial stage. Lonnie Hampton now coming through. He's evasive as ever. He couldn't quite collect the football. Umpire just willing to let the ball go here until it can get out, but it won't. So we'll have a throw up 25 metres out from the Vic Country goal. So from the restart, getting the tap down here was Joshua Porter. At the fall of the ball though, VAFA, they can clear it. They're off half-back now. They kick to the broadcast side wing. But at the back of the pack here now, Tom Gribble's got the sit. He kicks inside the 50. Lonnie Hampton now running. He takes the mark in front of Jordan Clark, and he'll line up 45 metres out from goal here at the Junction Oval.
You like the look of him, John?
I do like the look of him. And I was just sort of just thinking to myself that the country are looking like they've got far more poise, strength at the ball. We're getting a lot of rush. The amateurs are getting a lot of rush kicks and just piecing it together at the moment, not putting a good passage of play together and retaining possession.
So Lonnie Hampton comes inside the 50. He's a quick play, plenty of pace. Kick on its way. It's offline for a minor score, so Vic Country inaccurate early, 1-5-11. The VAFA 3-4-22. That's in the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard here in the second term of 96.5 in RFM
Do
football.
you know anything about Hampton? He's from North Albury.
He's from, it says got here, Albury Tigers, which is, they've been a powerhouse in the Ovens and Murray League, which is, of course, one of the strongest sides in the state. They won 3 flags until...
Eddie Clark went up there from Uni Blues and played in the year that they didn't lose a game.
Yeah, there you go. And they actually lost the grand final last year to Yarrawonga with Big Fev playing. So I'm not too sure if Lonnie was playing in all those. I doubt he'd be playing in all of them, but he might have been certainly playing last
Fev
year.
playing a premiership up there, did he?
Fev played
Fevola?
For Yarrawonga.
for Yarrawonga last year. He
Goodness me. Painted the town
blue
red.
and white.
Yes, blue and white.
Pigeons, the Yarrawonga Pigeons.
Could you imagine that?
Restart of play, punched away by Barnes for the amateurs out of the Gaff. Gaff's got the football out of half-back flank, kicks across his body. Only went as far there as Morecambe, and the ball went over the line and out of bounds, and we'll get a ball in between centre wing and half-forward flank, outer side of the Junction Oval. Nice crowd building up here for this first of a double header, or triple header if you include the game across the road. Great representative football on a Sunday in Melbourne. Quick handball away by Gribble. For Tom Gribble, he got the ball, but it was turned over. Came back to Clark. Clark got it to Dylan. Dylan went to Hurley. Hurley went back to Haley. Loves to do it himself, Charling, and he did, and kicked it high. Right up to the half-forward line. Up they go. Punched away by the Vic Country defence. And now they'll wrap it up right at half-forward for the amateurs, and we'll get a ball up.
He's got the ability to shrug tackles, Haley, for a guy that doesn't have a lot of weight on him. He's good at brushing him off. Once he fills out, he'll be a terrific player.
Showed a lot for De La Salle this year. Now it comes to Kennedy. Kennedy kicks across his body. The ball bounces. Overrunning it at the moment there would have been Hargraves. He ducked back on top of it, and we'll get another ball up. This time deep in the forward pocket for the VAFA. They lead by 12.
Interesting that wasn't paid too high. I mean, the guy bent down to pick up the ball. It was a crude tackle by the amateur player then.
So from the tap down now, Greg Hayne, the long sleeves, kicks up towards half-back, but only as far as Charlie Haley here. Kick smothered off the boot. Coming back for the second dibs here was Greg Hay. Couldn't quite get it. Now Michael Barnes picks the ball up from 52 metres out from goal. Set sail for home. Kicks to the top of the goal square. Lovely mark taken indeed there, Johnny Canis. And that was taken there by Sean Kennedy, who will kick from 15 metres out on a slight angle.
Andrew, at ground level, do we have any wind?
He's not back yet. So Kennedy has done a couple of lovely things up forward, one on the ground, and then that mark then in a one-on-one contest was a really good grab.
One of the cameramen informs me if there is any wind, it's a bit iffy, so no wind to really speak of.
It's coming straight into our box. That end is a bit funny with the freeway, with the Dandenong Road. It is a difficult...
So Kennedy now, left foot kick.
Oh,
He
drilled
just
it.
snuck it in by B's diaphragm there, and he gets the first on the board for the VAFA. So they go to 4-4-28. They lead Vic Country 1-5-11. We've travelled 7 minutes in the second term, brought to you by Winning Edge Presentations on 96.5
Just gonna say, I'm finding this scoreboard of 4-4 to 1-6, is it? I can't see the post.
1-5.
1-5.
bit
It's
unfair.
not indicative
No.
of the game. I mean, I think the country are playing the better, stronger football, but they're just obviously falling up, down, forward.
Certainly the first few minutes of this quarter, they've been all over them, but they haven't put the score on the board.
That scoreboard pressure's what they got to do when they get momentum up, and they've won the ball out of the centre on this occasion through Hay. Hay goes out wide, looking for Hargraves, can't take the mark. Amateurs have it, this time through Barnes. Taylor goes long, out looking for Matheson. Half forward flank, punched away from him. Good defence on that occasion by Vic Country, although it's been paid a free for out of bounds on the full. Must have come off the young man out there in Smith's hoof, and the ball went back to Matheson. Now Matheson goes back to Haley. He elects to switch play to Eade, and Eade stands up very well and takes the mark. Gets the handball to Ward. Ward now wrapped up in a tackle. He tried to do a fair bit. Got it back to Eade. Eade went long, right up towards the full forward line. Bottom of the pack, Kennedy. Kennedy's got the ball. He was wrapped up in a tackle. Gaff came in hard for the Amateurs. No one can take control of the football. VCFL try and clear. Gaff tunnel balled it away. The ball went around the body by Barnes right up to the full forward line. But Hargraves leads out and takes the mark for the Vic Country.
So Hargraves in the last line of defence for Vic Country. Kicks to the outer side wing, pushing off his opponent. There was James Gaff. He couldn't quite collect the loose football, but Sam Martin could for Vic Country. Went one way, then the other. They're on the half-back line now. They kick towards half-forward. Target here is Joshua Porter. Goes over the top of his head. He's Lonnie Hampton. Can he quite put the afterburners on? He couldn't. He was beaten in that contest there by Mangoni, but his kick is astray, and it goes out of bounds on the full. Free kick here for Vic Country. So, ball now in the hands of Ashley Morris for Vic Country. A couple of whistles going now. So, he's been brought up towards true centre wing. Ashley Morris. So now he plays on, play restarts, goes towards half forward. Big plaque of players crash here. Comes out into Lonnie Hampton. He puts on the afterburners, one way then the other. He kicks and he kicks to the right hand side. He's electrifying there, but he hasn't been able to capitalise. That's his second behind this quarter. And the Vic Country boys go to 1-6-12. They trail the VAFA 4-4-28. That's on the Royal Brunei Airline scoreboard.
Lonnie Hampton, who does he remind you of?
He reminds me of Eddie Betts, that's for sure.
It's just amazing, the similarity, just to the movement of him.
He certainly had his chances though, and he's shown a lot without actually hitting the scoreboard. So although he'd be, he's finding the football, he's not delivering quite yet.
That.
Well, the VAFA have got a good player on him in Chris Mangoni, who's done very well for St Bede's Mentone Tigers seniors this year. Ward has taken the mark.
Favourite of Ken's, that one.
Who, Mangoni? Well, of course, anyone with
an
eye, that's it.
Yeah.
Ward kicks it up, and a good, strong mark taken by Miller for Vic Country. 60 metres out for a goal. So Miller drives it up towards the top of the goal square, but taking the mark, and they'll clear again now, the Amateurs, and a quick handball. Ends up with Buckley. Buckley on the overlap. He got it to Cavallaro. Cavallaro went up to Charlie Haley, who's taken the mark. Ended up with Gaff. Gaff got it back to Hamilton. Hamilton couldn't take the ball. Gaff missed the ball. It went to Hargraves. Hargraves, he went out long on this occasion to Morris. Morris on the left foot up to the full forward line. Leading out but not being able to take the mark was Porter. And now the VAFA will nearly clear through Barnes. He tried to flick it over the top, and now he's got the football.
So Barnes with the second attempt at the football gets a handball over the top, and the VAFA in a bit of space now. Leading out here for the football was Kennedy. Took the mark about 65 metres out from goal. Runs around. He's got a free player in the middle of the ground, but it's going to be chopped off here by Lee Dale. Dale now just chips over the top, brings it towards our broadcast side of the Junction Oval, and it's turned into an open style game at the moment. Kick towards half forward. Porter leads out for the mark. He takes it here for Vic Country. He just gets on his gallop now and kicks inside the 50. Look towards Dale now. He'd run on, but he's been chopped off and a mark by Joseph Fisher.
Falling away across half forward quite a lot through this quarter.
So Fisher now, he changes the direction of play, goes to James Gaff. Gaff now finds his teammate in Kennedy. So Kennedy now, defensive side of the centre wing. He just kicks it in board where Chris Mangoni has it on his own.
Gee, the boys are coming off blowing hard. Look at them down there on the bench.
So dangerous kick across the back line now. They're in space here as Hurley kicks it out in the middle of the ground now. Josh Ward, he chips it over the top. Doesn't reach its intended target. Dale overruns it now. But coming back again for Josh Ward a second time. He handballed over the top there to Josh Taylor. They kick inside 50, the VAFA. And a mark has been taken by Keegan Stewart about 35 metres out from goal. And Keegan Stewart's already got one today, so he's kicking for his second.
Great bit of play then from the Amateurs. A couple of minor skill errors, but just from having numbers there and back up from behind, they were able to steady and have an unpressured kick into the forward 50.
And that's something the Vic Country boys haven't been able to do this quarter, is they've been getting to half forward,
a bit, haven't they? Yeah.
Haven't been sort of broken through that line.
So Keegan Stewart, stuttering approach, kick on its way, dies in its trajectory. Defensive mark taken by Vic Country by Lachlan Smith.
Should have been an unopposed mark to the amateur bloke, and he got under it. And
Smith chipped the ball into Sam Martin and a raking left foot kick right up towards the outer centre wing position. No one can take control of the football. Vic Country have it. Trying to get on top of it there would have been the big man in down. He can't get it. Came to ground. Handball away by Murray, who got the ball away, and now they got the quick handball right up to the half-forward line. Ball taken by Gribble. He kicked it long, but once again it was to the skinny side, and one minor score on the board to Vic Country in the inaccuracy, 1-7-13. The VAFA 4-4-28.
Centering kick might have been handy there. You had your gun up there in Hampton, sort of one out, just to put the ball out in front of him. You would have fancied him from that.
I like Tom Gribble. He needs to trust his own ability. Probably one of the best players out there in the Vic Country side.
Didn't mind him having a ping from out there?
A ping.
Righto. Easy for me to say that in hindsight, of course, once it's missed.
Tom was the captain of the Geelong Falcons last year, so he comes with quite, a lot of pedigree, and he started to...
I wonder he's not in the main team.
Well,
would he have gone close?
He certainly went close, and he's on Geelong's VFL list this year, and he's played quite a few games as the 23rd player. So
is he under 19?
He's under 19.
Sure.
Yeah, he is.
Get that birth certificate out and check it later.
The old days of doctoring up some birth dates out in the country league.
So what number is that again?
14.
14, okay.
So from the ball up, we get a throwing now. So Vic Country trying to get it through. Struggling the tackle there was Tom Gribble, the man just spoken about moments ago, but he misses offline for one behind.
Might have been a chance for a handball out there, I think.
Might have been, yeah.
So the inaccuracy continues here for Vic Country. 1-8-14 now. The VAFA 4-4-28.
Mangoni's had plenty of work to do as the designated kicker-inner, and he's got the ball now. This time I'm sure he won't go over the line. Have to have learned his lesson. He's got men presenting everywhere, and one of them has just taken the mark there for the VAFA, and he gets the handball away, and that's quite tricky when number 10's not listed. And the mark's been taken now by Cavallaro. Cavallaro chips up to Eade, and Eade takes the mark.
It's been good, I might say, the young halfback flanker from the Blues.
So this is a call to play on. Ducks around Martin. Takes the bounce. Could get himself into trouble, but doesn't. Goes up towards the centre wing position. Good. Strong mark by Hugenberg. And Hugenberg gets the handball away to the man mentioning Gribble. Gribble, can he find a target? He can. Lonnie Hampton, no. Good defence, Mangoni. Hampton got the ball. It bounces and doesn't get the distance. And now the VAFA will clear again and head it out to half-back.
So they get it out towards half-back. Trying to come out with the mark there was Charlie Craig. He couldn't quite collect it now, but the VAFA have clean possession of the football. Goes towards Leader Kennedy. He took one bite of the cherry, took another bite, and he's taken the two direct grab mark.
Playing well.
He is playing well. He's presenting well up the field. He kicks a long, high up and under kick. Really to no advantage of any of his teammates, and it's shown that time as Sam Martin for Vic Country takes the mark.
Another who's started this quarter very well.
Yeah, he's played well.
So Martin just changes the transition of play to the outer side of the ring. He's got Lee Dale on now. Dale on his own. He's impressed in this first bit of the game. Dale 65 minutes out from goal. Lovely way to kick it. He finds Lonnie Hampton in the right forward pocket. Hampton wastes no time. Plays on. Spears in the centre and kick and finds Joshua Porter, who takes the low down mark. Almost slips like in the cricket.
Much better movement there from the Country boys. Over to Dale. Martin involved. On to Hampton. Hampton probably getting a bit nervous. He's kicked a few behinds. He's put that off to Porter, and hopefully Porter can go back and kick this one straight.
Well, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but Lee Dale, I think he spent a bit of time in the Northern Blues list in the VFL.
That's
this year
right.
as well.
I'm pretty sure he's on the Blues list. I'm not actually sure if he's managed to play in the senior side or if he's been running around the development league.
I'm pretty sure, though, Fraser Dale, who's on Carlton's list, ended up getting Lee Dale to come to Northern Blues, but they're no relation.
There you go.
So Joshua Porter now has it. The chance to kick Vic Country's second goal of the afternoon. He set sail for home, but he's missed once again. So 9 behinds now for Vic Country. They're going to rue these missed opportunities later on, probably, because they have an even portion this game. They got a 1-9-15, VAFA 4-4-28. That's on the Royal Penalty scoreboard.
You know, the old indicator, 10 scoring shots to 8 the Country's way. So, you know, and I reckon that's reasonable.
It's a good handicap because it's sort of looking to the second half. It's going to be close, isn't it? If they kicked accurately, they could have blown it away in this quarter. Mangoni went out wide. Gaff leading in the race for the ball, gets the handball away and on the overlap. The Amateurs drive it
Good
up
kick.
towards Barnes, and Barnes
Great bit of
takes the
play.
mark at half forward. Barnes runs onto it, but a terrible kick off the side of the left foot. Charging through, doing a good job there was Clark. It came back to Barnes. Barnes got the handball away. They kicked it long up towards the half forward line. A quick kick away by the Amateurs. He's going to go towards the left-hand side of the goalpost, and will go through for one minor score, and that minor score came off the boot of Buckley.
So just the one goal scored this quarter, that going to the VAFA. Other than that, we've had 6 behinds. So from the kick out, Vic Country, Josh Porter in a long lead, takes a mark, presenting well, gets a handball to Lee Dale. Dale now evades a couple, takes a bounce, but he's run out. The umpire spotted him there, so ball have to be brought back, and we'll have a throw-in. Attacking side of centre wing for Vic Country.
And that big kick out of defence came from Connor Hargraves, who continues his good form and shows that he can not only compete in the air, but he's got some great foot skills as well.
So from the ball, throwing there, coming out there, Tom Gribble, 55 out from goal, try to set it inside 50 towards Jordan Simmons, but punched over the boundary line. We'll have another ball in, about 35 out from Country's goal.
Gribble really coming into the game, Dave, this last 10 minutes or
He
so.
certainly has, and Sam Martin's another one. Both left-footers,
Yeah.
like Hargraves we just spoke about.
Martin's been good.
They're both coming to the game. Unfortunately, they just can't finish off their good work.
Well, if not for their inaccuracy, they could be ahead of the VAFA at the moment, but they're not. They trail by 13 points as VAFA with the football now, right half back.
I guess that is an indicator. I'll come back to it in a minute of the story of the game.
So long kick towards half forward, flying high at the back there was Charlie Haley. May have given away the free kick for an errant fly over the top there. So Country now will receive it. They're at left half back. We've travelled 19 and a half minutes into the second term here at the Junction Oval. A big Sunday of football on 96.5 Inter FM football. As a long lead out by Joshua Porter. He's done this quite a number of times. He's been rather prominent in the first half of the game, but that kick was poor, chopped off there by Joseph Fisher.
So Fisher's got the ball at half back for the Amateurs. They've been more productive. He kicks the ball long. There's only still 14 points to margin at the moment. We've travelled 19 and a half minutes in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Winning Edge Presentations. It's 4-5 to 1-9. Amateurs leading Vic Country. Been a very even contest. Amateurs jumped well, and their Vic Country really fighting their way back into the game, but inaccurate in finishing. Punched away on this occasion by Hurley for the Amateurs, and they'll drive it long, but it'll be a turnover, or he should have taken the mark, did on the second attempt. That was Marcus Jackson, so Jackson's got the football. Jackson goes long. In front there on this occasion was Clark. Very good. Misses his target. Could be a turnover here. Working back very well, Mangoni. Mangoni got the handball back, and the Amateurs have ended up with Jordan Clark. Clark will kick the ball with a wobbly kick out to centre wing. No mark taken. Vic Country in front now. It's gone behind the tarpaulin, and its ball has ended up being run down, and a tackle was Hay. Hay was run down in a tackle. They all work hard. We'll get a free kick, and it'll go the way of the Amateurs. And on this occasion, the free kick will go the way of Eade. So centre wing position, grandstand side of the Junction Oval. Eade chips the ball into the centre. Mark taken by Gabe Hamilton. Hamilton kicks the ball long, out looking for Kennedy. No closing speed there from the defenders, and Kennedy takes the mark. Too far out to score, 55 metres out. Chips the ball back inside, and the mark taken by Dillon. Now he'll be right on the 50-metre arc. He handballs back to Kennedy on his preferred left foot. Kicks up to the top of the goal square. Punched away by the Country defender. Coming in hard there was the VAFA. Handball back to Matheson. Matheson tried to kick it around the body, couldn't do so. Ball goes right across the face of goal. Hamilton back in there. Now Kennedy looking for his third statness. Less than that minutes, gets the football. He's on the half-forward flank, gets it back to Gaff. Gaff will kick from 40, right up to the city end, but the mark taken back there on this occasion by McEwen.
I think he's kicked a point though. He's come around the wrong side of the post. He's
run it through for a minor
got
score.
it through for a minor score.
30 plays 15. We've gone 21 and a half minutes second quarter.
So it should be a short quarter. Only one goal scored so far, that by the VAFA. 6 behinds as well by both teams. Long kick out by Paul Pratt. Goes in the direction of Ashley Morris. He couldn't quite get it. Ball in the hands of Gabe Hamilton now. He tried to just wait for his opposition player to come there. He just popped the handball over the top there, and he had Jono close. He kicked it inside the 50, but off hands. Buckley, and we'll have a throw in about 35 out from the VAFA goal. 30 plays, 15 here. 22 minutes gone. Second term at the Junction Oval. As Rucks line up for the boundary throwing. Getting it down here was Keegan Stewart. Tried to get it to the advantage. Coming here, though, was Lee Dale. Couldn't quite get it. Mark here for the VAFA. Free play all on his own here is Charlie Dillon. He was outmarked. Greg Hay now. Kicks towards half forward for Vic Country, and they do this well. Clean possession.
That was Tommy Miller there, another great mark at halfback flank.
So Smith now goes long inside the full forward area.
What a play.
Lee Dale tried to fly from behind, taken high, free kick
Eid.
going the way of VAFA. And
Eid.
it's Eid who has the free kick in the left back pocket.
So Eid switching play to the right back pocket, and now they'll slow down play again, the VAFA, trying to work out where to go next. This time the pinpoint pass is very solid, and it goes to Gabe Hamilton. The old Trinity player, Hamilton, goes in towards the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Stewart. He already has one goal. Kicks up to the half-forward line. Good defence on this occasion. Ends up with Paul Pratt. Paul Pratt now tried to kick across his body. Had it smothered. Went to Barnes. Barnes too far out to score. One-on-one contest at the top of the square. Punched away by Vic Country defender. Coming in hard there was Taylor for the Amateurs, but on the overlap now.
Great work by Hargraves.
Hargraves did very well. Got the kick away on this occasion. The kick came from Jackson up to the half. Up to centre wing position. Charging through now was Hoganberg. Hoganberg kicked the ball long. Right up to the far full forward line. Good hands. Good strong hands. Good lead. On this occasion, the mark taken by Andrew Dean. So Dean will be 35 to 40 metres out from Ryan, the Nepean Football League.
Really needs to go back and slot this one.
They have kicked a 1-9. We've played 24 minutes in the second quarter. As Damien said, it won't go for too long. Dean, he's got the accuracy. It's just pushing right at the end, and 1-10's the result. 110-16, 4-6-30, 14 points the difference. Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard.
Around the grounds from the Harry Trot, so it's the country 7-6, leading by 22 points over the VAFA 4-2.
Win favouring any end, Andrew?
None to speak of.
That's Andrew Leonard down, roving the precinct here at the Junction Oval. 2 games on at the moment.
Got a bit of a huddle going on here from the kick out from the amateur side.
Well, they're going to break away to this broadcast side of the ground. So interesting to see what they do here. They will come towards this side of the ground. Picked out Charlie Haley now on the left half-back
Should
flank.
have the numbers here if he moves it.
So he gets it moving fairly quickly. Target here is Joseph Fisher. Couldn't quite get to him. At the ground level now is Oliver Cavallaro trying to just bustle his way through now. Ball spills out. Picked up here by Charlie Haley once more. Quick hand below the top there to Callum Matheson. They're on the wing here, hard up against the boundary line. Carries inboard now, but Lee Dale tries to spoil. Puts it on. Quick of string handballs now goes out to Jake Paul Pratt, who goes short. And he finds Dylan Westway, who marks just inside 50. And surely can they get the major?
Surely they'll get it.
It's another tough shot, though. He's going to kick from just on 50 metres again. And I think if he had to move the ball quickly there, they might have got an easier shot. And I think Gribble's still on in the pocket. So
Westway goes close to the man on the mark. Won't make the distance. Well, it does, but it's offline for one behind. And they've been very inaccurate. They go to 1-11.
Dave's right. Every kick they're getting, it's just pushing to the right.
The gap in the between the Blackie Ironmonger grandstand and the Blackwood grandstand, I reckon, Crooksy.
Well, it's not going through the goals. 1-11 at the moment. Gaff ends up with the takeaway. It went to Matheson. Matheson got it to Barnes. Barnes went out to Dillon. Dillon tried to fend off the opposition, came back to Barnes, and Barnes broke through clearly. He got it to half forward there, floating kick up towards the man out there in Pettering, and Pettering's taken the mark. Now Pettering, he's 50 metres out for goal, half forward flank. Quarter won't go too long. We've gone 26 and 10 at the moment, and now he slows up play. He'll kick from 50 metres out, right on the outer side of the ground. Jordan Pettering comes in for the Amateurs, kicks it right up to the goal square. They need a mark. Ball comes to ground. And it's been rushed through for one minor score. So 3 rushed out of their 4 goals, 7. No rush to the countryside. They've just been inaccurate.
Yeah, he probably could have moved a little quicker then. The deep forward, who was Hurley at that point, had his man if he had have turned and kept going with the flight of the ball after he'd marked it.
So for the kick out now, Lee Dale just at the fall of the ball. Goes over the top, Lonnie Hampton now. He's off on the wing. They don't elect to go to him. Free player now here. All on his own is Tom Gribble, 50 metres out for a goal. Speeds in a kick. Porter's on his own. Can he collect the football? Oh, he just keeps it in. just there.
Oh, he's going to get caught.
Mangoni now, he's tackled in the goal square, but he concedes the rush behind.
Should have scored from there. Gribble had the ball. Porter was free, 15 metres out from goal. Just had to get it to him.
We talk about taking their chances. They just haven't done it in this first half. And that was their golden opportunity. As Dave O'Neill said, they had 3 players around the ball there. Poor Porter, the ball wouldn't sit up for him. Lonnie Hampton created the tackle in the goal square, but they did get their first rush behind. Half-time, the Victorian Amateur Football Association in this under-19 representative clash. 4-7-31, lead a horribly inaccurate AFL Victoria country. 1 goal, 12-18. I'm not going to give you the point scorers, but I will give you the 1 goal kicker. That was Sam Martin. For the Amateurs, it's 2 to Jordan Clark and singles to Sean Kennedy and Keegan Stewart. On 96 wins.
Oh, I'm tipping the country boys to come home with wet sail.
I'm tipping the country boys as well. Here's Damien.
I'm tipping the country boys as well as we start the second half here. Out of the centre clearance, Charlie Dillon now for the first attacking foray of the third term. Only goes as far here as Jacob Bruin for Vic Country. Packer players dive on top of the football. And as we started the first half, we'll have another ball up within the opening 15 seconds of this third term here at the Junction Oval. Sunday afternoon football on 96.5 in RFM football. For the ball up, Greg Hay trying to bustle his way through heavy traffic. Up and under kick there, diving for the football. That time was Thomas Buckley. He's taken a mark hard up against the boundary line. So Buckley now is about 30 metres out from goal. Very, very difficult angle here. So it looks as if he's going to have a shot at it, but I don't like his chances. So Buckley now just outside the field of play, comes through the boundary line, right foot kick on its way. He's missed there. So the first score of the second half here, the VAFA go to 4-8-32. They lead the Vic Country 1-12-18. 14-point ball game here. We've travelled a minute in.
First point, as I said now, we've got a total of 5 goals, 20 kicked in this match so far. Long bomb in, but a good mark taken by Hamilton for the Amateurs at the 60-metre mark. So Hamilton will switch play. He missed his target in Ward. Taking over there was Morris, and Morris kicks the ball for the Country out very, very wide. The ball bounces, comes back to Hamilton. Hamilton dispossessed, but he butters up very well, tries to rugby scrum himself through. Can't break the tackle late on, a dual tackle late on that occasion by Down and Miller. And we'll get a resultant ball up on the outer or the fatter wing here at the Junction Oval. Beautiful afternoon now for football. Ball comes to ground. Vic Country have football at the bottom. Can't take it. Quick handball away. On that occasion, Gribble got it backwards. He got it backwards there to Smith, who couldn't take the ball. He got a handball away. Now they've broken clear. Vic Country will kick it up towards the half-forward line. Hampton tried to tunnel his man underneath the ball. The ball came to ground. Hampton's going to be one-on-one. Taylor here. He's still a little bit smaller, though, than his opposition, but he's ended up with the football. Oh, he let it go. Now the Amateurs have the numbers. They're about to try and clear through Cavallaro, who was tackled without the footy. Umpire said no, and we'll get a resultant ball in. 2.5 minutes gone, no score, 1 point on this score to the Amateurs.
Sun must have got in the eye of the umpire there.
It's Greg Hay. Vic Country's one of the better performers. He's already had a couple of possessions early in this quarter.
So from the ball up, for the boundary thrown rather, overrunning the football was Ashley Morris. Coming through there was Lee Dale, couldn't quite get it. Cavallaro now just pivoted around, but the handball went straight out of Lonnie Hampton, who was tackled as soon as he got it. Ball going nowhere, no prior opportunity. Nor they throw up 35 metres out from the Vic Country goal. Porter from the restart tapped it down there, trying to bustle his way through was Morris, gang tackled by 2 VAFA players. And we'll have a secondary ball up. This third turn brought to you by Bendigo Bank, East Malvern. And on the Life Care Sports Injury Casualty scoreboard, it's the VAFA 4-8, leading the Vic Country 1-12. Lonnie Hampton now trying to dash his way through the busy traffic there. Liddell the fall of the ball, tried to bend it back across his body, but didn't do it quite enough. And it's the VAFA now who can relieve through Michael Barnes.
So Barnes got the ball away now for the Amateurs. As far on this occasion there as Eade, and Eade got the handball away. They've got on the overlap. Now they'll clear the Amateurs out towards the centre wing position. Working hard there, Miller picked up the ball, went for the boundary and just took it over. And we'll get a resultant ball in.
The Country boys have really started this quarter well, pressing hard forward. Again, they haven't been able to hit the scoreboard just yet, but Lonnie Hampton's looking dangerous.
He is. Now ruck contest. Hurley up in the ruck, couldn't take it away. Quick handballs ended up there with Hay, and Hay kicks it long, right out now towards the centre of the ground. Ball taken now there by Smith. Smith was wrapped up in a tackle. Turnover. Came to the amateurs, up to the half-forward line. Kennedy leading out. Can he take the football? Who tried to be tapped onto him on this occasion. They've got the handball back to Gaff. Gaff's kicked it around his body, deep up into the forward line, standing firm, and taking the mark was Ward.
Started the game well, Ward. Drifted out a bit that last quarter.
Weighing up his options. We've already had a player missed from this pocket earlier on in the quarter.
Any wonder. It's a difficult kick.
It's very tough.
He's out in Fitzroy Street lining him up.
Here he comes. Ward to put the 5th on the board for the amateurs. This is going right up to the goal square. Free kick's going to be paid. It'll go the way of Vic Country, and it'll go the way of Down deep in the goal square.
Christopher Down kicks it over the top there. Dangerous kick. Great work by Sam Martin to take the mark. He had Josh Ward breathing down his neck, and he took it in the left back pocket. He just goes over the top, finds Tom Gribble now. Geelong Falcons captain last season. Gribble goes back. He's got Hay now in the last line of defence. They just elect to switch play to the outer side of the ground. Ball now in the hands of Jacob Broon, who can run off half-back. He goes with the long kick towards Porter. He got it on the second attempt. Handballed over the top now. Country now have it through Lee Dale, trying to gather loose football. He can't. The boundary line wins out. Goes over for a boundary, throwing centre wing outer side of the ground.
Just sloppy. He didn't grab that Paul Pat, and he let Dale down there.
So the umpire throws it back in here. Christopher Down doing the ruck work for Vic Country against Jacob Hurley. Ball falls now to Ashley Morris. Gets the handball over the top here to Tom Miller through heavy traffic. He was tackled. Miller gets a second attempt. Kick smothered off the boot there. Great desperation there by the VAFA as he called Johnny Canis. Plays diving in on top of it. John O'Close now had it. Ball going nowhere. Umpire will come in and relieve the pressure by throwing it up on centre wing. The VAFA 4-8, they lead Vic Country 1-12. We've gone 6 minutes in this third term. Getting a tap down only as far as the VAFA plays. In the middle of the ground, Jacob Gaff. Can he take the mark? James Gaff, rather. He takes the mark. Smack bang in the middle of Junction Oval. Urging plays further afield to lead out. Well played there. He spotted up Keegan Stewart on the mark.
Wouldn't be happy with your defender there, mate. He dropped off him.
Stewart handballs over the top there to Tom Buckley. Long bomb to the hot spot. 1-on-4. The 4-1. The 4 wins out against the 1 in Sean Kennedy. Coming away there. Ball spilling into dispute here for the VAFA. But Vic Country now overrunning the football there was Morecambe. Couldn't get it. Kennedy now handballs it. Shrugged the would-be tackle to Josh Ward. Hard up against the boundary line. Set sail for home, but it's only a behind.
Heavy scoring from that forward pocket. Everyone seems to be missing to that near side. So
they are. 4-9 the VAFA go on to. Vic Country still on 1-12. 6 minutes gone. Third term action.
The showpiece of junior football, not of under-19 football, 5 goals, 21. And it's not, the conditions aren't that bad, are they, out there? So
No.
Anyway, the Vic Country bring the ball in. They get it outside 50. Hurley went up, couldn't take the mark. Down, underground. Got it away as far as Dylan, trying to push his opposition man out the way. Now the VAFA have football on the overlap. Taking it was Eade. He's been very good. Kicks the ball high. Up towards Kennedy at the back. Doing the roving. Amateurs have football. Quick handball away by Stewart. Went looking there for Buckley. Couldn't take it, and the ball went through for another rushed minor score.
some great defence by Connor Hargraves there. He wasn't in the right position, but he got the fist in there.
4:10 plays, 1:12.
Connor Hargraves now with the kick out, spearing low down kick. He finds Hay. Hay now over the top there. He's got player there in Gribble. He was wrapped up, ran into a bit of trouble. VAFA regained possession of the football now through Jack Hurley. He was tackled. Lee Dale just shrugged the will-be tackle, gave the don't argue. Umpire's given away a free kick. It's going to the VAFA. So attacking side of centre wing here for the Victorian Amateur Football Association. They lead by 16 points, 7 minutes into the third term. Kick by Hurley inside forward 50. Kennedy now had it on a string. Was dispossessed of the football. Charlie Dillon trying to pick it up. He's on his hammer now. But for Vic Country, it's Sam Martin who regained possession of the football. He lost it now. Ball in dispute. Pressure football. It's a hot football, this one, as Charlie Dillon tried to handball it over the top of his shoulder. Picking up the ball was Charlie Haley now. Kicked as he was pushed off the football into the hot spot there, top of the goal square. Lovely tackle applied by Keegan Stewart. Ball spills free. Vic Country desperately defending on their goal line, and they rush it through for a behind. It could have come unstuck there, but it didn't.
Could have, should have, would have, but Same result.
One behind, and that's been the story of the afternoon. That's a 23rd behind of the afternoon. VAFA 4-11. They lead Vic Country 1-12.
4 points to 0 in this quarter.
So it's been 30. It's been over a quarter since we've had a goal.
That's right. Grant Hayes got the football.
Listeners, it is not wet.
No, it is perfect conditions for football. That to Connor Hargraves. Just a vortex. There's no goals. Hargraves spears in dangerously low. Turnover about to occur. Came to Dylan. Dylan with a torpedo punt. Deep, deep, deep. And deep through for another minor score. 4-12-36. And even 3 goals in front of 1-12-18.
I do think when the drought gets broken, it'll open up.
Well, they'll start kicking them. I think the VAFA are just content with winning this by behinds. I mean, they're just getting them as easy as you like at the moment.
Matching the country, actually, for behinds now. So that's an effort in itself.
It's a point off.
Yes.
So forward foul plays 1-12 as the umpire throws the ball back into play. Rux went at it coming from the side. There was Porter, tackled there by Cavallaro. May being taken high. No, said the umpire. Coming in there was Hay, trying to extract the football from the pack, but not coming avail. And although they ball up 25 out from the VAFA goal on a slight angle.
Just the way the game's been played down that end. Sides are loath to actually centre it in there because it leaves them wide open for a defensive attacking move.
So Cavallaro now comes forward. Vic Country, they get dispossessed of the football as a kick around the body there by Charlie Dillon. Not a behind this time. It's gone out of bounds on the full. So the relieving free kick to be taken in the last line of defence by Charlie Downs.
And he kicks the ball in out to the outer side of the ground to Paul Pratt. Jake Paul Pratt goes very, very long. Right out now to outer halfback flank. Gribble got the quick handball away across his body. Barnes worked hard. It was Taylor actually. Got the handball back to Petering. Petering went back to Taylor. Taylor on the right foot. Drove it up towards the half forward line for the Amateurs. No one could take clear possession. Working through hard was McEwen. Couldn't take the football. Ball came to ground across his body. Now this is bouncing through. Finally they have a goal. I think that goal came from Callum Matheson. Everyone in agreement with that?
Yep.
Number 7, Callum Matheson, has kicked the goal to break the game open. 5-12. That's 42, the VAFA. Victorian Country stagnant on 1-12-18.
And the amount of pressure coming in there, you just had to think that eventually the dam wall was going to break. They'd been in probably the last 7 or 8 forward 50 entries, and eventually they were going to get one on the board.
Amateurs have been lucky in that when the country are coming out with the ball, with all those numbers there, they are playing down into a really open field, the country boys, but they're just unable to keep possession of it to really take advantage of an open play down forward line.
So back in the middle of the Junction Oval, Lee Dale trying to get rid of the football, but he's tackled it, not going anywhere, wrapped up.
It's got the stage now where Vic Country really need the next goal, or else it's going to slip away.
Just psychologically and for the good of the game, they need to get the quick response. They might have a chance now as Sam Martin goes inside 50 for Vic Country, collecting the football. Josh Porter just slapped it on the boot. Only as far as Josh Ward, who takes a defensive mark inside the defensive 50
No, it want to be a good kick.
Oh, he's got it. He's got James Gaff. He did it. That was a risky kick there in the middle of 4 white shirts. Exactly.
Down the line.
So Gaff goes short, where he finds Matt Yates now with the football. Yates goes back to where it came from. Thomas Buckley now has it, plays on immediately. He takes on, handball it, dangerously stuffed here by the VAFA, but shrugging the tackle there by Ryan Eade. Handballed over the top, Buckley once more, off half back.
Just get rid of it.
He does it, gets a quick handball over the top. Falls in the hands of Callum Matheson now. The VAFA putting themselves under a heap of pressure here. It falls now. Callum Matheson once again over the top here. Finds Nicholas Petering on the wing. Petering bounced off Lee Dale. Kick with the left foot. Scrubby kick inside 50. And it's paid off. It's worked for him. And it's landed in the arms of Keegan Stewart, who marks just inside the 50.
Now, he should learn from the rest of the game. And the other guy should be no one making position. I mean, no one doing anything.
Well, they're going to be kicking left to right here.
We know it's a difficult shot because no one's kicked it from there.
So Keegan Stewart.
Bang, straight through.
Left to right, kick and he's got it.
Maybe he has learned. He's watched the ones fade to the right, and he's drilled that straight through the middle.
Flat and hard.
That's his second of the afternoon. The VAFA go to 6-12-48. The Vic Country stagnant on their quarter-time score, which was the half-time score, rather, which was 1-12-18 on the Royal Brunei on the Life Care Sports Injury.
It was an ugly kick, wasn't it? But
it was flat.
It was flat.
Kicked
it just
flat,
went through.
unaffected.
You weren't with us just before.
I was over getting a sausage at the Harry Tryon.
I want an honest answer. Who did you pick at half-time to win this game? Who did you think would win?
probably the Amateurs just because they were in front.
Oh, okay, because we all picked the country. We just wanted to know if you were going to be honest. I just thought they were looking better, and it's amazing how it's turned around in this third quarter. Amos have had all the football. They're out to a 5-goal lead. 48 plays 18.
I mean, it's not insurmountable now that the country... I mean, I do reckon goals will start to come.
Well, they have just in the last 5 minutes or so, but they've all been to the VAFA. Bottom of the pack, comes out to Eastwood. Eastwood gets the handball away, and they kick the ball up towards the half-forward line. For the Vic Country, can't take the ball. He does well. Has kick smothered, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds, and will get a resultant throw in. Half-forward flank, nearly up to centre wing. For Vic Country, they trail by 30.
Just across the road at the Harry Trott Oval, the 16-minute mark of the third term. Vic Country lead 10-9, 69. The VAFA B to D4, 8-6-54.
Great performance there by both teams, 15 points the margin. That's the closest VAFA B to D4 have ever got. Lee Dale kicks the ball across his body up towards the half-forward line. Coming through was Gribble. He got the ball away. It went to Hampton. Hampton led. Can he keep his feet? Shepherded by Martin. Hampton goes back to Dale. Dale dropped the football. On this occasion, now he's tackled and will get a ball up half-forward flank for Vic Country.
Well done by Hamilton then, just rescuing that situation, because old Dale was on his way out then and going to be dangerous going forward if he got it.
So for the ball up, Dale just applied the tackle immediately. Ball going nowhere, will have a secondary bounce. 15 and a half gone. Third term action here from the Junction Oval on representative Sunday football on 96.5 Inter FM. For the ball up there, kicked by Hamish Morecambe, the skipper inside 50, trying to get it into the attacking area for the Vic Country, but it's to come to no avail as the VAFA just kick it out to where it came from. Only as far as white shirts. Here is Rowan Hogenbrick. Hogenbrick now goes inside 50, dropping the mark he should have taken. There was Joshua Porter. The VAFA defending great here. They kicked it
Terrible.
The commentary side wing, but it's another mark taken by Dan McEwen. So just almost playing kick to kick, going back and forth here at the Junction Oval as McEwen just kicks off one step towards half forward. Porter leads out. He was behind. The man in front will be paid the mark. That was Clark. So Jordan Clark off half back. He handballs Charlie Dillon now, who comes towards the player in Josh Ward. He was outnumbered there. Now it's Lonnie Hampton who goes one way, then the other. Gets a quick handball over the top there to Patrick Eastman now. Kick smothered off the boot. Goes back in there. Was Ryan Eade. He collected the football. He was dispossessed. Coming through. Here it was Charlie Craig. He took on one.
He's got to get rid of it.
Two. He takes on Lonnie Hampton. He was tackled. Run too far. Fair kick going to Vic Country.
Showed a bit there, mate. I couldn't believe the number one for the Amos, Hamilton just coming off the ground in mid-play. He was in the passage of play.
Well, you've got to do it, John. When you have to come off, you just have to come off these days.
He was there for a handball. He just walked off the interchange.
The alarm had gone off.
Taken by Hurley. Dangerously tries to switch play, and the mark, all free kicks being paid to our Vic Country. Driven up towards the full forward line. Great kick on that occasion. Mark. Well, the kick was from Simons, and the mark's been taken by Dean.
Showed a bit of toe there, Simmons and or Simons, whichever way we want to go. And this is a really important kick for Andrew Dean. Chance to bring, keep them in the game.
He'll kick from just inside the 50-metre arc. They've kicked 1 goal, 12 for the day. Dean's been one of the culprits with one minor score. Comes in, kicks, and it's point number 13. 1-13-19 to 6-12-48. Margin is 29. We've gone 17 and a half minutes, on the Bendigo Bank of East Melbourne scoreboard. Third term is brought to you by Life Care Sports Injury Casualty.
Mangoni now to do the kicking out duties for the VAFA. Goes long towards Joseph Fisher. Couldn't take the mark. Hay now for Vic Country. Collects the football. Coming through was Dan McEwen. Just slaps the ball on the boot in the left forward pocket here for Vic Country. Handballed under pressure by Andrew Dean over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw-in. Each the VAFA leading by 29 points at the 18-minute mark of this third quarter.
VAFA coming over trot, margin back to 10 points now, 9-6-60 to 10-10-70.
That's Andrew Leonard around the grounds for Sky High Mount Dandenong. From the boundary throwing, tapped down the VAFA now off the half-back line. Over the top looking for Thomas Buckley. Couldn't quite get it. Boundary line wins out. We'll have a boundary throwing on our broadcast side of the ground here at the Junction Oval. Getting a bit cold now this afternoon.
Interesting move. They've moved Lonnie Hampton to the half-back flank. Obviously had enough of trying to get someone up there who can actually hit the scoreboard.
So overrunning the football was Buckley, got it towards Morris.
That's a bit of run and carry out of the back line.
Exactly right there, Johnny Canis. Buckley gets a handball over the top there. Now Lee Dale trying to crash his way through the pack. He was dispossessed. Hay now in the long sleeves as well. Whistle's gone, free kick, pushing it back, and it's going Hay's way. Advantage paid for Vic Country. Can they capitalise on this? They can't at this stage. Ball now in dispute. Coming here was Mangoni. He was tackled. Got the handball out wide, and they can relieve off Charlie Dillon.
And the umpire's called play back here, Damien. I don't know why. Well, I know there's a scrimmage going on, but they still could have played on. They'll all get up pretty quickly. The result, free kick will go the way of Vic Country.
It's a farewell after the free kick.
Well, there was an altercation between 15 for the Country and 25 for the Ammo, so that's...
Hay and Harley.
Yeah, and I reckon that Ward came in and just sort of fly the flag and might have been a little bit clumsy.
So Hay chips to Paul Pratt. Jake Paul Pratt from Benalla. On the centre of the ground, he elects to go out wide.
That's Miller.
Miller's taken the ball. Out wide, Tom Miller. Taking a good mark earlier, goes to Martin. Martin's taken the mark, 52 metres out. They're building. This is where they've fallen down. Punched away by the amateur defenders. Bottom of the pack, Ward. There's still Vic Country have football. Trying to kick it across his body was Morecambe. Couldn't do so. On the overlap, came back to Ward. Ward went looking for Matheson. Downfield free kick will go the way of Callum Matheson. Ward hit the umpire set after he'd kick it. So Callum Matheson's got the ball. Ducks around one, ducks around again. Gets the handball backwards, doubles up and turns it over. Hay stands firm, gets it to Dale. Dale on the breakaway. Goes up looking for Andy Dean. Dean at front, comes down towards Porter. The big man's got to do the roving job. Porter ducks around one, tries to get around another, was dragged off his kick and working back and clearing now would have been the amateur defenders.
So they go on a 2-on-1 contest. The one wins out. Great mark taken on the outer side of the ground by Kennedy.
A couple of great bits of defensive work from the Ammos in the last couple of exchanges.
Poor kick by Hurley goes as far as Lee Dale, who's come back into the game now. He started off well, sort of died down a bit in the second term, but he's busy in this last couple of minutes here in this representative game. So now ball in dispute. Barnes trying to come through. Dale now maybe pushing it back. No, said the umpire. String of handballs now. Gaff has it. He gets a handball in the overlap here towards Callum Matheson now. 65 metres out from the VAFA goal in the direction of the player in Stewart. Couldn't take the mark. He was dragged down. Too easy for Vic Country as they relieve the pressure out of the back line. They on the half-back line. They get it to a free player. Paul Pratt couldn't take the mark. Over his head. Dale did a pirouette, span around. Handball over the top to Sam Martin. Gets a handball further field to Ashley Morris. Runs to 50. Kick on its way. He's been fouled. Downfield free kick on to Vic Country.
They'll struggle to miss this one, Dave.
Yes, this is Porter. He'll have the shot at the top of the goal square. Usually you'd write it in your books, but you never know what would happen after today, what we've seen today.
But it should be an absolute Monty here. Shouldn't have a problem with this.
And desperately needed goal. I mean, if he does miss this, you struggle to see Country coming back into it. But if he kicks it, you never know.
I'll put my house in this, Josh.
Unnecessary overzealous tackle in the middle of the ground there.
I'll put my house that I don't own, that I don't pay the mortgage for.
Forcing the free kick downfield if we can get off real estate.
Could be losing the Tardio family home here, Porter.
So Porter now with the Tardio estate on the line. Coming in from 10 metres out, and he's got it. He's done me proud. He's done me true. And Vic Country get their first goal since the first quarter of this game. They get it 2-13-25. They're in arrears by 23 points. VAFA 6-12-48. That is on the Life Care Sports Injury Casualty scoreboard.
And the reality is, of course, it's only 23 points, which is very gettable in the last quarter. I mean, so... You know, they're hanging in there, but they do fumble and lose possession in central field. I mean, it's the story of the game. They look good coming out of their back line, and they just don't carry it on together through the middle part of the ground.
A couple more positives, I think, in the last couple of minutes, though, by Vic Country. Lee Dale takes the football, tried to get the handball away. Now they've got the ball, and they'll go out wide, right towards the centre wing. Went over the top there of Eastman, and now the ball will bounce, and go over the line in front of Lockie Smith. And we'll get the result and ball in right on centre wing. 6-12-48 the VAFA. AFL Country Victoria 2-13-25. We've gone 23 minutes in this third quarter. Stewart tried to get the takeaway. Came back as far as Eade. Now Eade went backwards before he came forward out looking for Haley. Charlie Haley couldn't take the mark. He was supported by Tom Buckley. Buckley went up towards the half-forward line. Crash of players. Hay went down. Charging through was Martin. He was wrapped up in a tackle for the Country. Matheson's now been wrapped up by Hay, and we'll get a ball up right in the centre circle here at the Junction Oval.
Just across the street at the Harry Trott Oval, the VAFA B to D4 section of claiming a monumental comeback at the moment. They trail by 27 points at halftime. They now trail by 3 points against Vic Country 2. 10-8-68 plays 10-11-71 there at the Harry Trott Oval.
Now quick handballs ended up with Sam Martin, and Martin on the left foot, torpedo punch right up and a great mark. Mark has been taken by Porter, is it?
Yes, it's Porter.
Who's taken the mark 15 to 20 metres out directly in front. And this to put the third on the board for AFL Country Victoria, and to put them right back in the ball game at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter.
A nice mark, but again, a good forward entry rather than out on the 45, the 50-metre line as in previous quarters. They're getting it in deep. We've got a knee injury there.
Like a bad knee injury here for Country. As Porter comes in 20 metres out and kicks their 14th behind. I'm glad you didn't have the house on that one, Damien.
Yep.
2:14.26. That's bad in the context of this game, Dave.
That's right, and we've also got an ankle, or as you said, knee to Hogenberg. So, and he's been all right, Hogenberg. So that was a good chance for Porter to get 2 in a row. They would have got some momentum out of that.
Absolutely. That could have turned the game right around.
I mean, he's only 20 out, so it's a bit disappointing.
22 points the margin. Kick out here to Cavallaro. Oh, he made a mess of that.
That's off the knee. Yeah, thank you.
Off the knee. Free kick. You were right there. You saw that.
Yes, but you're right. I mean, the momentum they could have got. I mean, both sides would know that it's just poor finishing that means that the scores aren't level, and a bit of momentum for either side at this point could be a major force part of the game.
So rather played the boundary, throwing here. Hard up against the boundary line. Charlie Dillon kicked an up and under kick towards our commentary position, but a mark being taken here by Jake Paul Pratt for Vic Country. Paul Pratt now looking further afield, plays on, just chucks it on the boot, goes towards the hot spot. Couple of plays leading out there. Porter was met heavily there, comes out now towards Tom Gribble, kick to the left foot, goes over the top now. Can Morris collect the football? He can, just scribbles it along the ground, misses across the face of goal. And another behind on the board for Vic Country, 2:15.29. The 2:15, 27. VAFA 6:12.48 on the Life Care Sports Injury Casualty scoreboard. We've travelled 26 minutes in this third term.
So misses to Ashley Morris and to Josh Porter may prove costly in the end here as Mangoni goes to Gaff for the amateurs. Gaff went to trick himself, and now quick handball's going to end up with Ryan Eade.
You can't
Centre of the
do
ground,
that.
that's fairly poor. He's wrapped up by Gribble. Handball came out on that occasion by Fisher. They've got it as far as halfway, but Hay gets the football away. And now on the overlap, they come back to Paul Pratt. He went to Miller. Miller went long, up looking for Porter. Porter! No, said the umpire. Didn't hold on to it. And ducking back, the amateurs may be able to clear. Fisher's got the handball backwards. And now he's going to try and take it on the overlap again and clear for the VAFA.
So they try to clear here, but only as far as Sam Martin now. Martin played on, was tackled, slipped over the crucial stage. Coming in here, there was Cavallaro. Couldn't quite take it. Lovely stuff there by Charlie Hay. Little pocket rocket, as Michael Crooks alluded to him earlier on in the broadcast. Kick inside the 50. Morris now collects the football, clean stuff there, but poor handball just over the top to the opposition player. Cavallaro now, he tried to spend the football before he had it. Hay now brings it over the boundary line. Will have a boundary throwing.
Lots of rubbish going on out there over Charlie Haley at the moment.
These young men, are they inferred pressure, or is there more pressure than what they're usually used to?
I think it's gone up a level to what they're usually used to, but as you can see, three-quarter time, it's all the ammos at the minute.
There's a bit of feeling in it.
27 minutes and 36 seconds that third quarter went, and once again inaccuracy took over the game. In that quarter, the amateurs kicked 2 goals 5, and Country Victoria kicked 1 goal 3, sorry. So it's 2-16. That's 28. That's Country Victoria. The VAFA are 6-12-48. That margin is 20 points at three-quarter time.
About to get underway and to bring you that final turn, brought to you by McDonald's Family Restaurants. Here's Michael Crooks.
Change of score there, Damien, too. They're not as inaccurate as we thought, Vic Country. They're only 2-15. Gribble tried to win the ball out, came as far as Hamilton for the amateurs. He was wrapped up by his opposing number 1 in Dale, and will get a restart of play.
The first goal, I mean, I know everyone says this, but first goal, if the amateurs happen to get it, it's going to make it really hard.
Ruck contest, down, won it away, looking for Lee. The ball missed him, came out to Miller. Outer half-back flank. Miller went backwards and then an up and a little kick underground, really. Went to no one. The country side still have the ball, but the Victorian amateur side have the numbers, but the free kick will go the way of the country.
And that's Hay out there. He's been
He's really come into the game in the second half there, Dave.
very hard at it. He's a couple of efforts have been very courageous.
So the man from Sunbury,
Might not be a niggle either.
Hay, goes very long up to the half-forward line, but a good mark taken by Eade.
So Rodney Eade on the half-back line plays on, evades a couple, kicks with the long kick along the outer side of the ground. 4-on-1 target here. The 4 win out. It's Vic Country coming, was Lee Dale, couldn't quite take the mark. Now spills out, getting towards Gaff rather. He couldn't quite get it. Free kick. He was held without it, and he'll get the free kick.
First one that's been paid today. There's been a lot of guys that have been held onto long after they've got rid of the ball and flung to the ground.
So Gaff now handballed over the top. He gets it back from once where it came from against Buckley. He was tackled as soon as he got it there by Tom Miller, and will have a ball up just on the smack bang on centre wing. So to start this final term here at the Junction Oval, the VAFA 6-12-48. They lead by 21 points over the Vic Country 2-15-27. Been a pretty enthralling contest, intriguing contest, even though it's low scoring. Inside the attacking forward 50 here for Vic Country, for the VAFA rather. Handball over the top here by Charlie Craig. Couldn't quite get it. Kick over the top, and it's Eade who has the mark inside the defensive 50.
Oh. So he gets the handball away. It's fairly dangerous. He's ended up with it again. Now they're going backwards. Now the kick comes on this occasion from Yates. He went out very wide, turned it over, and Lonnie Hampton, who's back up in the forward line now, has taken the mark. He's 40 metres out. This time on the outer side of the ground. They've missed most of the goals from the grandstand
He'll slot
side.
this one, Crooksy.
John's got faith in Lonnie.
3/4 post height straight over the goal umpire's head here.
This could be the spark they need.
So all 67 kilos of him, the 18-year-old from the Albury Tigers, comes in from 40 metres out to the St Kilda end, kicks.
Oh, no.
And he's kicked the 16th point for the Vic Country today. 2-16-28, the margin 20 points. The VAFA 6-12-48.
If it's any consolation, guys, the wind is definitely favouring the St Kilda end of the ground.
Well, that's the strip end of the ground.
The strip end of the ground, yes, exactly right, John, where you should have got me a coffee this morning.
I know. Anyway, we move on.
Lonnie Hampton, 3 minors.
All gettable as well, mind you.
There's a lot of coffee shops, yes.
So with the kicking out duties, Chris Mangoni now for the VAFA. He goes out, finds the captain in Gabe Hamilton on the half-back line. He's off and running, goes to the outer side of the ground. Leading out that time there was Callum Matheson, couldn't take the mark, punched away from him of a ball in on centre wing, outer side of the ground here at the Junction Oval.
Starting to wonder if the pattern of the game can change sufficiently that the country boys can get enough goals.
Well, they'll rue these missed opportunities if they don't click into gear now.
So Hurley was in the ruck there for the VAFA, but coming from behind them was Lee Dale, punched it forward. Ball goes back over the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw in.
As the clock winds down towards the end of a game and things become really urgent and desperate, things can change, but the pattern of the game is that there just doesn't look like getting a clear pathway to goal either side.
So Down gets front position against Hurley, got it down there to his teammate, but only as far as Michael Barnes. He was dispossessed. Lee Dale's in there as well, trying to swoop on top of the football. A pack of plays full line. Umpire not willing to cross his arms. Now he does. We'll have a ball up, or about 75 metres out for the Vic Country goal. They need one pretty swiftly here if they're going to have any chance of mounting a comeback and taking this game from the VAFA.
Been extremely inaccurate today. Gribble tried to kick it across his body. Quick handball, McEwen. Now ended up with Martin, who kicked it long up towards Dean in front. Can't take the mark. I think there's a holding, and he'll get the free kick. So Andrew Dean will get the free kick, and he'll kick from only 25 to 30 metres out.
It's a nice kick. This is the closest set shot he's had. He's had two from just on the 50. And he's kicked them pretty well. He's
kicked them both well.
Just missed just to the near side, and this will be a very important kick for the country boys.
This to cut the margin back to 14 points. Andrew Dean comes in. He likes it. The third goal's on the board to AFL Country Victoria. They go into 3:16.34, 14 points in arrears of the VAFA on 6:12.48.
It may just be the spark they need. They've been
There and abouts and looking ominous at times, but just not being able to pull the trigger correctly.
That's right, and here they go. They've got one on the board. If they can get another in the next few minutes, they'll be right back in the match. And
He's quite a nice player, Dean. I mean, the couple of shots at goal he previously had were, were the result of really good leads. And I reckon in that situation, because he is naturally a good leader, that he was infringed against and drew that free kick from his abilities.
Goal each in the final quarter, across the road at Harry Trott, 12-8-80. The VAFA still lead AFL Victoria Country to 11-12-78.
Thanks, Andrew.
Angela around the grounds from the centre clearance now, coming at the back of the flight of the ball. Charlie Dillon takes the mark. Defensive side of the centre square for the VAFA. Chips it inboard. He finds Tom Buckley now. He's off and running at the races. Handballs over the top. Michael Barnes had to stretch for that ball. He beat Lee Dale there. He kicks out to the broadcast side of the wing. Gabe Hamilton on his own. Goes one way, then the other. Kicks inside the forward, 50 to full forward. Packer plays forward. The fall of the ball there is Hurley. Couldn't quite get to it. Now Vic Country, they can rebound here. A string of handballs. Lee Dale got it to Hay. Got it over the top there to Tom Gribble. Off the half-back line. They're off and running. Here comes Sam Martin on the outer side of the ground. He puts the ball under his arm and goes long with the left foot kick towards half forward. But lovely defensive mark there by Jordan Clark. Chops it off for the VAFA. He's at right half-back. They lead here by 14 points. 6-12 plays. Vic Country 3-16. 6.5 minutes gone. Final term action brought to you by McDonald's Family Restaurants. Big Sunday afternoon of football, 96.5 NRFM football.
He went to Mangoni to Matheson. Handball over the top. The amateurs working quickly and down towards Hamilton.
Oh, don't bounce
Who took
it.
the mark from Dillon. Hamilton took a bounce against John Canis's best thoughts, and the turnovers happened. The mark's been taken back there by Miller. Miller chips the ball into the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Gribble. Gribble goes out wide, looking for Martin. Coming at Martin and working very well on this occasion there was Craig. And Craig gets the ball up the line. Up they go, and Kennedy takes the mark, half-forward flank.
Another one of the two Christian names, Charlie Craig.
That's right. And Kennedy kicks the ball up towards in front Stewart. Punched away from him. Comes to ground. Jackson's got the ball for the Countryside. He goes out looking for Lonnie Hampton, but he's vertically challenged on this occasion. And the ball comes back to Matheson.
Get it in.
Half-forward flank. Goes out wide looking for Gaff. And Gaff's got the ball on the half-forward line.
Gaff gets a handball over the top now. VAFA trying to build a forward foray. Scrubby kick inside the attacking 50. Pushing it back. He's paid it.
Had to pay it.
So free kick coming here to the Ammos.
Went via the Cape then, the Ammo boys. One of the guys had the ball. Central corridor, had a bit of space to get a fairly unpressured kick and gave the handball and forced him out wider. And anyway, so they've ended up getting a free kick and a shot for goal pretty well close to the boundary.
This had really hurt Vic Country. They've had a couple of forays forward in the last few minutes.
Nicholas Petering, the recipient of the free kick, lines up from 40 metres out, goes long. Big fly from the back there by Jordan Clark. Couldn't quite come down with it. At the fall of the ball, Hurley. Back to Clark. Ball on the ground. Vic Country desperately defending here through Jake Paulpratt. He gets a clearing kick. Great play here by Vic Country. They're out here. As Tom Gribble takes a mark. He gets a quick handball over the top. Here comes Connor Hargraves. Long kick. Looking for Lonnie Hampton. Couldn't quite get it. Maybe shoved under the ball. No free kick coming there by Johnny Canis. Here comes Lonnie Hampton once more. Handballs to himself. Kevin Bartlett style. Goes over the top looking there for Dan McEwen. Couldn't quite get it. Lays the tackle there. Ball spills free. McEwen once more. Handballs over the top. Vic Country now trying to fight their way forward. Lonnie Hampton now is in a bit of space. He left the ball that time there by Sam Martin. Left foot kick around the body. Hard up against the boundary line. And he's found Andrew Dean right in the goal square. Great play.
What sensational play by Hargrave then. He was the bloke busting his guts out of the back line with the run.
I think it's actually Sam Martin there who did the work. He kicked it down. And he's
what number?
Sam Martin.
22. Yeah, 22 is what I meant. Sorry, yeah. He busted his guts out of the back line.
He's just come off limping there with a bit of holding his groin, so we hope he hasn't done a groin there.
And that applause you heard there, Andrew Dean converted the goal. He gets his second, and the margin now is 8 points.
Can we just back up the truck a bit there? Handballed like Kevin Bartlett. Firstly, were you born when Kevin Bartlett played? Secondly, Kevin Bartlett was known never to handball.
He never handballed, no, did he? But I could just imagine he handballed to himself.
He threw the ball out.
Yes, exactly.
He changed the rules. And now he makes the rules.
Nonetheless, were you born when Kevin played his last game?
No. No. And he wouldn't have been born when coached his last game, I wouldn't think.
No, not even.
6-12 to 4-16, margin back to 8 points. AFL Country Victoria are coming, and they've won the ball out of the centre, and they've got it right up to the half-forward line, and the mark's taken there by
Sleeping Giant awaking.
the man wearing number 8, Jordan Simons or Simmons. I'm going Simons.
I'm pretty sure the bloke Kevin Bartlett would have handballed to would have been himself and no one else.
Over the top.
Exactly.
40
part of
metres
the ball.
out. Jordan Simons from Terrelgan in the Gippsland Football League to bring the margin back to 8 points. Comes in, and he's kicked it to the right, which is unusual today. 4-17-41 to 6-12-48. The margin's back to 7 points in the last quarter for McDonald's Family Restaurants and Winning Edge Presentations.
7 minutes gone in this final term.
They're just looking, the chemistry of the country boys is one of intent and confidence, quiet confidence, isn't it?
They're coming, that's for sure. And Tom Gribble got that last clearance out of the centre, and he's really stepped up.
So kick out here finds Tom Buckley. Buckley plays
Oh,
on.
no.
He's got someone under his hammer, gets the handball to Gaff. Gaff now back to Buckley. They've done this well.
Courageous
Buckley
play.
with the overlap. Kicks down the ground, looking there for his captain in Gabe Hamilton. Got the handball away against Connor Hargraves. Collected it now brilliantly. Kicks it inboard now. There's two of them. They can raffle this. They do. Here come the VAFA. Can they put the winning blow here? It was Josh Ward from 45 metres out.
Terrible
Set sail from
kick.
home. Terrible kick out of bounds on the full.
Really should have given that handball off to Eade, who had a bit of momentum up and could have carried and kicked closer to goal.
Bad turnover on the way in. You'd
good
think, though,
effort.
Charlie Haley tries to affect it. He's pressured by Hay or Miller.
Miller, that's the Miller out there,
Miller
21.
out there. And we'll get a ball up. 40 metres out from the VAFL goal. 6-12-48 to 4-17-41. And we've played in the last quarter 10, nearly 11 minutes in the last term. VAFA hanging on at the moment. Country Victoria finishing the better, you'd suggest, right for the time being. Now Hamilton, bottom of the pack, can't take the football. No one can take it away. I'd say we're going to get another ball up. 11 minutes gone in the final term here at the Junction Oval. Andrew at the trot, can you hear us? Not so. It was the Premier B side and the Amateurs leading by 3 points. Ruck takeaway. On this occasion, it's Haley. He kicks around the body. And he kicks across the face and 1- score to Charlie
I've got
Haley.
you now, guys. Sorry, 14-9-93 the VAFA. Vic Country 11-14-80. 13-point margin.
Jeez,
Amateurs leading by 13.
Great comeback there. They trailed by 27 points at half-time at the Harry Trot. Here at the Junction Oval, Connor Hargraves has it. He goes further around with a good kick there. Looking for Lonnie Hampton. Tried to keep it in. He couldn't. By the boundary throw-in, about 65 out from their goal. So the VAFA 6-13-49 lead. Vic Country 4-17-41. 8-point ball game. 13 minutes into this final term. Brought to you by McDonald's Family Restaurants on 96.5 Inter FM Football. Game Hamilton from the throw-in gets the handball to Gaff. Gaff with a spiralling torpedo punt towards half forward. Kennedy couldn't take the mark. At ground level now. Here come Vic Country. Through Greg Hay in the middle of the ground. He was tackled. Couldn't get it. Gaff had it. Holding the ball. Free kick to the Amos. They'll get the advantage. Gaff takes a bounce, arches his back, kicks towards full forward, at the back of the pack there. That time was Jordan Clark, couldn't quite get it. Oh!
Grabbed him high. Yeah, he's paid it.
Free kick going to Charlie Haley for it.
Was careless tackle. I mean, his head was down there and all of that, but it wasn't from stooging for the free kick, was it?
No, that was Hargraves coming in there, just a little bit careless.
Not much of Charlie Haley though.
Not an easy kick, even though it's 30 metres out directly in front, but in the scheme of today.
You'll kick it.
I don't have a lot of confidence in it.
You'll kick it.
Crooksy, you're confident.
So Haley now is in the centre square, come through the 50. Will kick from about 40 metres out from goal.
Yeah,
and it's a
Cooksy.
poor kick. Doesn't even make the distance.
Play
Ball
on.
kept in.
Oh, and then it was off on the full.
Off the boot there of Josh Taylor out of bounds. So we'll have a boundary throw in here.
Wanted to set up for the stoppage unselfishly then, Crooksy.
I don't think so.
The big fella there, Christopher Dan, really should have grabbed that there. And
yeah.
now got a stoppage in the forward pocket.
Well, this could prove dangerous. Kennedy from the back, couldn't get it. Hay now
Made
gathers
up
the
for it.
loose football, kicks out to the broadcast swing. Lonnie Hampton 2 against 1. Can he win out? He does a great effort, paddles it in front of him, keeps it in front of him. Ball still alive, overruns it. Ball still in. Hampton gathers,
brilliantly.
collects. Handball's out though, but it's Jono Close who takes the relieving kick for
The man wearing number 10, I'm not sure who it is, it might be Milsom, actually for Victoria, just come onto the ground, had a stint in the second quarter. Pettering in hard, working hard, there was Lee Dale, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. The margin here is 8 points. The margin at the trot's 13. They're both the way of the VAFA. We're 10 and 12 minutes into the last quarter at both venues, leading into the feature game at 2 o'clock. The VAFA against Country Victoria should be an absolute thriller as the ball goes out of bounds in front of Charlie Haley and Lee Dale once again. We've gone 14 minutes in the last term, and the Victorian Amateur Football Association lead by 8.
Umpire throws the ball back into play. Setting up for the ruck contest down here for Sam Martin. Handballs are over the top. Running onto the loose ball, Jake Paul Pratt gathers, collects. Paul kick off to the left, off the side of the boot, but he's got numbers there. Running onto it, Lachlan Smith at half-back. Plays on another Paul kick, just almost wedged it over the top there. In the direction Charlie Dillon now for the VAFA. Sliding in was Josh Ward. Well done there indeed. Got it over the top there to Ryan Eade. Eade now goes back where he's got Milsom. Goes one way then the other. Goes down the line. Terrible kick, exactly. Costly turnover. And it's Vic Country who have it at half-back. So, long kick down there by Lachlan Smith towards half-forward. He's found McEwen who takes the...
This is Miller.
Miller who takes the mark in the long sleeves. 1 of 3 today for Vic Country. Goes long inside the forward 50 in the direction there of Porter.
Mark.
It's Morecambe, the captain.
It's the captain, Morecambe. Instead of going back, he gets a quick handball over the top. Maybe in a free kick. Notes the umpire. Squirted out here to Jordan Simmons. Can he run in the open goal? Bangs it on the boot. He's missed the goal. Oh. Geez, chances gone begging everywhere for Vic Country. They go to 4-18-42. They still trail the VAFA 6-13-49 on the winning edge presentation scoreboard. What was he thinking?
I knew he'd missed it, Damien, when he put his hands in his head.
But, I mean, Morecambe really should have, he's taken a mark 30 out from goal. He's the captain. He should have gone back and steadied up and had the shot.
Everyone's got the yips.
He's a fair grab, isn't he?
Oh,
I mean, he was the one who took the great mark.
Yeah.
But he went to that pack like he was always going to take it, didn't he?
It's an infectious disease where you sort of don't want to go back and kick the ball yourself when really he's the captain. He should have taken the responsibility upon himself.
Mangoni got the ball out right to the 50-metre arc. We've gone 16 minutes in the final term here at the Junction Oval. It's 49-42, 6-13 to 4-18. Restart of play. Kane to Miller. Miller got around one. Did he drop the ball? No, said the umpire, and once again we'll get a throw in. Outer side, half-forward flank. Vic Country finishing the better. The Amateurs had a reasonable start and they lead by 7 points.
Another goal of the trot here by Vic Country. Margin cut back to 7 points. The VAFA lead 99, Vic Country 92.
Both 7-point ball games, both midway through the last quarter. Handball Ryan Eade. Went to Hurley. Hurley went out wide, and on the overlap it's ended up with Barnes. Barnes gets the handball away. Good transference of play by the Amateurs. Up to the half-forward line. Leading out, not taking the mark was Kennedy. Came down to Jackson. Jackson went out wide, and the mark's been taken by Eastwood.
Eastman now goes one way then the other, kicks along. He finds Andrew Dean all on his own. He run right in front of our commentary position at the Junction Oval. Kicks another off the boot. Milson now. Can he reload for the VAFA? He kicks long spearing kick over the head here of Petering. Couldn't quite pick it up.
On the ball.
Tackled without what is Clark. Petering now just forces his opposition player over the boundary line. Will have a boundary thrown. No, free kick rather. Going to Josh Ward. Plays on quickly. All on his own was Cavallaro, couldn't quite pick it up. Go back to get it once more. That was Ryan Eade, rather.
Getting down to desperation stakes here with both sides really throwing everything at it.
Throw the structures out the window. Just go for it.
It's a couple of poor choices there, though. Andrew Dean really need to get back off the mark, and Vic Country would have been in attack. So
Eade now with the football, goes back, kicks it around the body. 2-on-1 contest, and the one wins out.
Inexcusable there for the two Country boys. The two of them in that situation sandwiched him.
So it's Petering with it.
I wouldn't worry. This is probably going through for a behind the way we've seen this game go.
Yeah, it's an impossible shot.
Well, we've seen the situation a lot this afternoon. A lot of players kicking from these 50-50 positions. So Petering now comes inside, 45 metres out.
Look at that.
Beautiful kick off the boot. He just gets it. He's got it. So Petering gets his first. The VAFA 7-13-55. Bit of breathing space. Vic Country 4-18-42.
Glad we're not allowed to punt on this, Dave. I think you and I would have lost a bit of money.
I think so. That's a very important goal, though. Vic Country are going to be hard-pressed to get back from here. And really, they've had their chances going forward in the last few minutes. They just sort of haven't been able to hit their target. So,
yep, they've moved the ball well, and they've looked more poised. Again, and the Amateurs going by the seat of their pants a bit, but they've been brave and got away with it so far.
19 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. Dale takes the ball out of the centre, been one of the best for Vic Country. Up looking for Lonnie Hampton, can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Working it over, doing a good job on that occasion and trying to bust through with Simons. Couldn't do so, and the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds in front of the practice pitches at the southern end of the Junction Oval.
He's just had one of those days, Lonnie Hampton, where he's been around the football, showed a few good signs, but just not going his way.
Clean. Restart of play. McEwen won the takeaway, but the kick defensively, that'd be deliberate, isn't it? No, surprisingly not here, and we'll throw it in.
Would have been last night.
I think.
Now, I reckon he was under pressure there. In a sea of players, he just kicked it. But last night, seriously, there was nothing there.
Very strange. Anyway, restart again. Paul Pratt wrapped up in a tackle. No one's going anywhere. Free kick's going to go to the VAFA. And who'll get up from the bottom of the pack there? It'll be Barnes. So Barnes has got the ball between centre half back and centre wing. He'll go right out to the wing, and the mark taken there by Stewart, who kicked 2 goals early. Keegan Stewart. Right on centre wing, slowing down play. We've gone 21 minutes. It's the Amateurs by 13 points. Across the road, the Amateurs lead by 7 at the last score change. Now the ball came to ground, and Matheson, he got the handball away to Hamilton. It said it was a throw just when they were about to break clear.
He was in very good position there, Crooksy. We couldn't argue.
Oh, no doubt about that. And the free kick will go the way of Country Victoria.
Across to the Harry Trott Vic Country within a kick. They're 5 points in arrears of the VAFA B to D4. So middle of the ground here at the Junction Oval. Kick towards half forward. VAFA, the Vic Country, what can they do? Kick around the body by Hamish Morecambe towards full forward. And the ball here was Joshua Porter. He misses once again. And 4-19-43. 7-13-55, the VAFA. That's the story of the day. Just their poor kicking will just end up costing them.
And I don't think we can hold that one against Josh Porter. Really, it did well there after the market contest. But again, that it just shows the that missed opportunities in the first half really come back to bite him.
One thing I have noticed, Dave, with Porter is for a big man, he's actually fairly good at ground level.
He's very mobile. He's shown that quite a few times today. And I think the other one that's really played well this quarter is big fella down. He's gone into the ruck and really made a difference.
Mangoni, be fairly sore. He can bring the ball back in 19 times, and he does so this time to the grandstand side of the Junction Oval. Haley went up, but the good strong mark's been taken by Fisher.
Taking a couple of good steady marks.
Fisher chips dangerously to Ward, back of the pack. Eade has the football, handballs backwards, ends up with Matheson. Matheson's got Haley on his own on centre wing, and Charlie Haley stands up in front of Dale and takes the mark. Now Haley tries to be perfect,
opens it up,
but he was dangerous and he opened it up, and charging through was Smith. Smith got it out there to on that occasion to Gribble, and on the overlap they've gone to Miller. Miller's gone long, up to the big man, and Porter's taken the mark. 20 metres out directly in front, this to bring it back to a goal.
So the way the ground is there, Charlie Haley's kick out there, I mean, was just not on it. It was just further down, like keep going down the line till you get it inside the 50 at this stage of the game. But open it up and...
22 minutes gone, he kicks and he's put this one through. It's a goal of difference at the Junction Oval, and we've played 22 minutes in the final term. Joshua Porter has 2 goals for the Vic Country, going to 5-19-49. They trail the VAFA 7-13-55.
This is a key centre clearance now coming up. We've got the Vic Country's probably their best players out in the middle. We've got Morecambe, who's a real hard nut. Gribble, who's found plenty of it, and Dale. And if Dan can get it down to one of them and they can send it forward, maybe Porter can get on the end of another, and they could just be back within or back level.
Across the street at the Harry Trott, Vic Country have hit the front. They lead by 1 point over the VAFA B to D4 team. 2
absolute thrillers in the last 5 minutes.
So back in the middle of the ground here at the Junction Oval, Christopher Down got it. Centre clearance going Vic Country's way. Here comes Sam Martin into space. He tried to get the loose football, but he was tackled there by Mangoni. Around the body there, punched away, trying to keep it alive. Mangoni gathered the football once again. He got it over the top there to Milsom. Mangoni once more on the wing, outer side of the ground. Only as far as here, Paul Pratt here for Vic Country. He's tackled, couldn't quite possess the football. Free kick onto the VAFA.
Fair enough. Well, it's good steady play from the Amos. Then they're under the pump going into that half-forward line of the Country boys. And what's happened here? It is the free kick to
Charlie Haley on the outer side of the ground here.
Been a bit of a punching bag for the Country boys this afternoon, old Chuck.
So Haley now gets the kick further afield towards half-forward. Pack of plays here leading the way was Callum Matheson. Couldn't take the mark. With great hands there it was. Hay over the top there to Dale. Dale now inside 50. Great mark by Ryan Eade. He's been one of the best for the VAFAs this afternoon.
That's Charlie Craig.
Charlie Craig, rather. He got it over the top there to Josh Taylor now on the commentary side wing. Hampton stands a mark. So Taylor now just goes down the line, punch away there by Dale, and will go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. 24 minutes gone, final term. 1 goal the margin of VAFA in the lead.
A goal the difference and a point the difference at the trot with AFL Country Victoria hitting the front there. Deep into time on in the last quarter as well. Now it's come out and a quick handball will end up with Miller. Miller got the handball from the captain in Morecambe. They go backwards to Paul Pratt. Jake Paul Pratt kicks, but a turnover, and the mark's been taken by Fisher for the Amateurs. Fisher gets the handball away to Craig, and Craig goes long and terribly, and the mark's taken out there by Miller. Miller with the handball there to Morris, and Morris drove the ball now long, right up towards the full forward line. They had good hands, and the mark's been taken by that man in Porter again. He's kicked 2 goals for. 45 metres outer side of the Junction Oval, comes in, and now he's kicked 2 goals 5. And the margin's back to 5 points. It's 5-20-50, 7-13-55. 25 minutes gone in the last quarter.
He didn't look confident going for that one, and it really showed. He's gone to the near side again.
It was a kick in hope.
It was a kick in hope. He, as soon as he marked it, he was only 35
Siren
out.
at the trot. Country win by a point.
Final score at the Harry Trott Oval, as Andrew Leonard's just called it, Victorian Country have defeated the VAFA by 1 point.
14-16-100, VAFA 15-9-99.
And they might here too if they don't.
Might have been a handy point there from Porter.
Yeah.
Setting it up.
So what can the VAFA do now? Can they stop Vic Country from making a comeback here? Kick out, finds Jordan Clark. In the right back pocket. They just want to keep possession of the football here. This is what you're sort of seeing now in the last couple of minutes. Jordan Clark goes to the long kick. Pack of players there. McEwen's there for the Vic Country. Handballs it there. Around the body kick by Marcus Jackson. Inside the 50. Who's there for the lovely mark. Too deep there by Jordan Clark. Fantastic doing it both ends to the ground.
Great time to come in there with the match-saving mark. Well, could be the match-saving mark.
Clark,
he's not.
He's exactly out of bounds on the full free kick to Dylan Westaway. This will be one of the last rolls of the dice here for the Vic Country. Not long left. 27-minute mark approaching. Westaway now plays on, goes inboard. Dangerous kick. Oh, may have thrown it away there. Costly turnover at that. Keegan Stewart for the VAFA.
So Keegan Stewart elects to go out very wide, looking for Dylan. Probably about a minute to go, 27 gone. Dylan kicks around his body and he's turned it over. And the mark goes the way of Smith for for Country Victoria. Smith goes long, up to half forward. They need a mark. At ground level, they haven't got the numbers at the moment. Now taking the ball was Stewart. He got the handball to Gaff. Gaff went out wide and kicking it was Hamilton. Very, very long. But Smith will go back and nearly try and take the mark. And or keep it in play. He keeps it in play.
Oh, well done.
Went for his teammate there in Hargraves. Neither of them can take the football, but they're still clear. Hargraves gets the ball away. No one can take it. Big pack of players. Country Victoria still have the football. They've ended up now with Westaway. He's about to go long. Long. They need a mark. Up they go. No one can take it. At the back of the pack, Dylan for the Amateurs.
So Dylan now with the relieving kick. Out of bounds on the full. So free kick going the way of the Vic Country side with the long sleeves. Dale chips it in. Mark taken here by Morris. So Ashley Morris now has taken the mark just inside the 50.
Oh, no,
Plays
look
on
at this.
quickly. All on his own. The captain, Hamish Morecambe, has it. 35 out on the siren. So Hamish Morecambe, the captain, with Vic Country down by 5 points. He needs a goal. A point will not be enough. If he gets this straight through the middle, he'll win the game for Vic Country now at the Junction Oval.
Fairy tale stuff, this.
So Hamish Morecambe, what kids dream about when they're going up to play footy. Kick on its way. He's missed. So Vic Country fall agonisingly short here at the Junction Oval. Great game. The VAFA 7-13-55 come out victors by 4 points over the Victorian Country football team under 19s, who are 5-21-51 at the final siren. Fantastic game, Johnny Canis and David O'Neill.
Yeah, it was an entertaining game. Would have been nice to have had goals threaded more regularly from that point of view, but it was a close contest all day, and both sides really did have a crack in. there was the strength and surety of the country boys when in possession. They just seemed to have more time a lot of the time, but yet managed to turn it over too often in the middle of the ground. The Ammos just kept running and going by the seat of their pants, and just created enough good opportunities up forward to kick 7 goals.
And Morecambe there, that was really fitting of the game. Really, he's missed the last shot of the game, and that was what all Vic Country did all game. It was they just really couldn't hit their straps in front of goal, and plenty of culprits. There was no really one person kicking a big bag of points, but I know they'd be quite disappointed that they weren't able to finish off at times.
And they did enough to win the game, really.
Oh, they certainly did. I think they're better players through the midfield really got on top as the game wore on. We had Gribble, Sam Martin's long raking left foot really starting to dominate, and just going forward, it wasn't always a case of missing the goals too. It was sometimes falling just in front of the goals when they looked like they just needed one